Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm a bit late. I actually lost track of time. For some reason I thought EU RLCS was starting in 1 hour from now. And then about 30 minutes ago I realized, like, wait a minute. It's actually starting like right now, so here we are. Matches should be starting in a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna run ads real quick and then we'll get straight into it. We've got a lot of big matches today. A lot of big matches. So yeah, if you do get ads, don't worry. Matches should be starting pretty soon, but not quite yet. Take a look at what Moxie's getting up to. He's got like some mad subathon going on. Yeah, here's the groups for EU today. NIP, Carmine Corp, upper bracket semi, projected, insane. And yeah, it's almost 5 PM. Yeah, they usually start like a minute late or so. Dig GK rematch. Well, they've played a bunch, but another match between them is projected as well. New BDS against Gentlemates, that could be a good one. Vitality, probably like the most straightforward bracket, I think. Some interesting matches though, nonetheless. Dopamine is Reese Fox, Astral, and K-Dop. So I'm hoping K-Dop or someone is streaming. See what they're getting up to. Obviously, Fury will be streaming, so we can see Vitality POV. RLCS, thanks for the Prime. Mr. Specific, thanks for the Prime. Eleki, thank you for the Prime as well. Zack Attack, thanks for the brand new Prime. And Twitch Swag YC, thank you for the Prime as well. Appreciate you guys. Now, let's see. NIP should be on subpar. Carmine Corp should have a fairly straightforward match. Do you guys know who's streaming the Carmine Corp matches today? They've got a different streamer like every week it seems. I don't know who it is today. Can't see any of the regular Carmine Corp streams live. Fast forward, they struggled last split, so they've made a change. Edge B Mike Boy now with Growly in the roster. They had Compact. Compact is no longer in the roster. Yeah, he's still around. Smoky Bacon Association. I love their logo, by the way. Smokes Methane and Compact now. Excellent logo from them. It's really good. Oh, Kamito is streaming. Okay, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on what he's getting up to. Got Fury, of course. Oh, I just realized I'm not logged in. Oh, hold on. I need to log in on this browser. My password reset, now everything's logged out. Anyway, let's turn off the music for now. Let's see what's happening. Subpar has started. So let's jump in with them.
You can hear me and you can hear the game. I'm just realizing to turn the crowd sounds
up. Already 100% have scored a goal. Now wait a minute. It says 1-1. That can't be right. It must be game 1, isn't it? I think it's warm-up lobby, maybe. Got counted on the overlay. Vitality haven't started against K-Dop yet. Synergy against BDS, an interesting match. But yeah, I think we're mainly going to be watching NIP today for round 1 and Vitality. What do you guys think?
I think it's very excitingly, excellently brilliant.
We might change the channel as usual if some matches are going
Turn on VSync. I've never turned on VSync
going
in my life.
the way of the underdog.
My entire computer explodes.
Linder 88 month tier 1, welcome back. Says, was it not just my sub-anniversary? Oh well, another month for the big bean. Hey, you might have maybe you just got the bug where you can share it twice, because I sometimes have that. Like I'll Twitch private somebody and it lets me share it, then I come back to the stream the next day and it lets me share it again. I've definitely not subbed twice all the time. So Itachi's serious about the new car? Yeah, Itachi is not messing around here. He wasn't joking. He is playing he's playing the Road Dog. For real.
Checking in with Stumpy. He is alive, can confirm.
Yo, Johnny, trying to get the next rank with PayPal. It keeps saying something went wrong. Contact site owner. We've had a couple of people say that. Most people have been able to resolve that by just paying with one of the other methods. But if that does persist, just let us know in the Discord. We'll be able to set up like an alternate method. But yeah,
funny to me. I
that's
don't know how, like, your Johnnies and your
not
Fizzes and stuff do this
something that
all the
we've
time. This
been
is
able
so
to
much more
fix
stressful
with
playing Rocket League.
Kajabi, unfortunately. They just seem to have some issues. That's going to be 2-0.
Oh
Oh, no. It is. Okay.
All that right. Acro scored. Well done. Okay, plugins. Rocket starts plugging. I turned you off earlier.
What is going on with...
It was so annoying.
why are people telling Cole to turn off
And how do I
VSync? Well, obviously, you don't want to have VSync on. But what's going on here? Why is it on? Okay, dopamine vitality just kicked off.
Now. Another thing has been fixed. Happy days.
Is this volume okay, by the way?
Oh, would it have been escape to do it in one press? Fair play. This is best of 5. So it would be nice
Or
if
do I
we
need to
didn't
make it
concede
lighter?
the first goal or two. Just going to check that YouTube Vertical is live and TikTok are live as we get back into the game, which is good. Very exciting.
Since we are watching subpar here for NIP, I should mention
I'm not quite sure about
that if you do decide to buy the next rank, feel free to use creator code subpar for a wee discount if you want to support them. Vitality has started, yeah. 2-1 now. 100% didn't look too good in qualifying.
Send this one out
but
by Luis P.
They'll be looking to run
run
the bracket like they did in Event 1 of last split. That's what they did. Oh! A little lighter. Guys, I've just realized I made coffee and then I left it in the kitchen. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm going to go get that. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
I tell you what, I can refresh it. I can give it a little reboot and see if that does it. But this happened last time. I would love it if Itachi brings in the Roadhog meta. That would make me very happy indeed. Right, after the next one, I'm going to put my own face cam on. And then slowly but surely, we're sorting stuff out. We've got ourselves, we've sort of lost ourselves about half a game trying to sort out tech stuff. But like I say, that is always going to be the case with these nip streams. We'll always lose a little bit, no matter how much we test.
How do I do, is it exclamation mark shoutout? I always ask this. Is it slash shoutout? It's slash shoutout.
Nice miss.
Subpar but in HD. I should remember to use this feature more because we are view partying.
Disappointing the next.
I think it's
a
pretty good thing to do. I'm Shouts, thanks for the prime. Kozak Dennis, thanks for the prime.
Not a bad team. Luis P. Acro and Rezi.
Pints of Chicago says the last CNR vid analyzing Jack's old vids was really good and hilarious. I'm glad you liked it. If you guys haven't seen that one, I'd recommend you check it out. It's so funny. You'd think we'd handpick those replays. They were so ridiculous. Oh, they've actually tied it.
No danger here.
The Roadhog Itachi 2-2.
Very quickly do this. Then I'm here. Hello.
Oh, hello, Cole.
Hi.
Cole really needs to like go to the Rocket League settings and enable sound when he tabs out. Yeah, the post pitch was crazy. Trust me, guys. If you haven't seen the latest next rank YouTube video, yeah, please go check it out later. It is so funny. We found the oldest replays. Well, we basically reviewed the oldest replays that we could find from apparently Jack's gameplay. We found some old ones. They were like, I think they were Xbox. They were way back. Because he started on Xbox, then he switched to PlayStation, then he switched to PC. We found some Xbox replays. And I just can't believe how scripted they are. Basically, Jack is an absolute rat, always has been. His gameplay is unbelievably ratty, and he got insanely clipped on, but not in a way that you'll expect. We have to do more of that. Like, honestly, we love reviewing old replays. We might have to just do that, but they have to fix the replays are kind of broken these days, aren't they?
All the way. He fakes the flip reset.
So we have to.
Itachi though up against Luis P. Good charging down from Ninja and Pajamas.
We have to I don't know, find some old Zen replays. We just find it on ball chasing. Yeah.
I think Stumpy shut up for about 5 seconds, which is nice. Thank you, Stumpy. I appreciate that. Crow takes a couple of touches. Please get this one away. For context, some people are 2-0 down in this one, and we equalise with 5 seconds left. So it's a scary game one that we're having.
It's been a bit of a scary game one.
Again. I've also got my camera. I'll put yours on in a second, Stumpy, so we can get our little cameras on because the boys, theirs aren't working. So it'll be Cole and Stumpy reacts. Itachi's isn't there either. It was there earlier. I know. I
Guys, what do you do? What would you do?
So.
This is not Rocket League related.
Get it out. Come on, lads. Good
What would you do if you've got a flight late in the day, and then you get informed much earlier in the day that your flight is going to be delayed? Would you A, just go to the airport at the normal time for the expected flight departure, just in case it's in fact not late and it's miscommunication, or would you go to the airport later in time with the newly communicated delay? Because yeah, I feel like
it actually looks so good in that car.
I feel like you're gonna get a different answer depending on the personality. You guys all saying A though. One saying B. A for sure.
Will we see lots of Roadhogs? That's the question of the day, everybody. Would you switch to the Roadhog?
Definitely later. Go later.
Win this event,
well, let me tell you guys something. So yeah, my girlfriend just asked me this question. What should she do? I'm telling her to go at the normal time. But the reason is, I had that happen to me one time. I was on my way to the airport, got a communication that the flight was delayed. And I was like, I was annoyed. I was like, man, if only I knew that before I got in an Uber to the airport, I wouldn't have gone this early because my flight's 2 hours delayed and I'm just going to be at the airport doing nothing. So I was annoyed that I hadn't, that I'd left like 5 minutes before I did. Otherwise I could have stayed. However, had I in fact done that, had I not yet left and stayed at home longer, the delay got reverted. I don't know how this, I didn't even know this could happen. They announced a delay on, I got a text message. It was in the app, it was on the airport website, everything was saying delay, and then it got reverted. So, not fully, but it was only like, it went from 2 hours delay to like 20 minutes. So I would have probably missed it had I stayed at home, and well, I would have missed the flight. So yeah, that being said, if that happens to you, I would recommend going at the normal time.
If you want, you can say some stuff and I'll repeat after you. This is game one, yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
No, I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you to it. Oh, really? You're a handsome ginger.
Yeah, so I'm saying go normal time. It seems like the airline would just owe you. They're really good at getting out of that though, aren't they? They always find a way to not be liable. What's the maximum delay they're allowed before they need to give you a full refund by law? You guys should know this as well. This is like free airport coaching, airline coaching for you guys. Is it 4 hours or 3 hours? 3 hours. Okay, I think it's 3 hours. You're right. So if your flight arrives, it's crossbar challenge. If your flight arrives, but it probably depends on the airline, 3 hours late, then you are entitled to a full refund. Full refund. At least that's how it works with Ryanair. But yeah, some other airlines, maybe it's 4 hours. I'm sure it varies airline to airline, but you should check. If your flight is delayed by X amount of time, you can get a full refund. Or at least a partial refund. And there are actually companies that exist, and their entire job is to, they buy that like right from you and they track it down and get you paid. Like, you can just go to these companies and be like, hey, my flight was delayed by this amount. Am I entitled to a refund? They'll be like, yeah, they go get your like refund for you. The next refund, you need to make a next refund site. Start competing in that space. Okay, NIP win it. 3-2 eventually. Game 1. They started 2-0 down there. Hey, wait a minute. Why was it 1-0 to Dopamine? K-Dop beating Vitality. Briefly there. Don't use the websites, they take a portion of it. Yes, they do in fact take a portion of it. That's true. That's how those companies are able to operate. If they didn't take a portion of it, then they wouldn't exist. But the reason I say that is some people, including myself, really don't like having to track down refunds. I hate having to do that. If it's like, oh, nice save, Reese Fox. If it's like tracking down a refund for Uber Eats or, I don't know, Deliveroo or some flight or anything, I hate having to like do the work to go get a refund. It's just annoying. So it's better for some people if they cannot be bothered or just don't want the hassle of tracking down the refund and persuading the company to give it to them, to just go to one of these other companies that do it for you. And yeah, they take some of they take a cut.
Je crois qu'il y a une petite amertume avec les Golden Hornets, les Ultras.
Everyone's saying America doesn't have this. We do. Just call the airline. Yeah, you should always check. I think you can even get your refunds for months ago. Like if you had a flight that's like delayed a long time ago, probably not more than a year, you could probably still get your refund. So you should go do that. I'd be shocked if America doesn't have that, like, just built in. I believe they do. Most likely varies airline to airline.
Astral. Légende du club, c'est une marque déposée par la KC, on rappelle.
Fury will make you test Leon food specialities.
Avocat de Paris. Ah merde.
What are the specialities of Leon?
On ira, vous inquiétez pas, plus tard faire une 8.
Or as French people say to me, lion.
Deuxième mail, les gars. Reconvocation avec le tribunal de Paris. Bon, bref.
It isn't guaranteed in the US, so in EU it is by law, in US but it's by airline. That also sounds like accurate information. I cannot verify that, but sounds accurate. Yeah, Monkey Man on Fennec just looks weird, doesn't he? Why is he in the Fennec?
Attention exotique, le contre il peut être très dangereux. Monkey Moon on ne pourra rien faire et les dopamines repassent devant.
That was risky. Look at this. Exotic played it high into the dunk there. That's really weird. Exotic usually goes low 50, so getting Omega dunked like that is unusual. I'm Shouts, thanks for the Prime. 2 and 3, thanks for the Prime. Is this emergency mode Zen time? He's just seen Exotic get dunked into next week. Is it now emergency mode Zen? Is he going to start trying to do too much?
Avec Zen qui va lever cette balle. Pour Exotic derrière, est-ce qu'on peut accélérer? Avec Monkey Moon, on s'est pas compris. Attention à ne pas se faire punir. Astral,
Astral.
1 contre 1 face à Celito.
Oh!
Astral, ça va passer. Est-ce qu'on aura le temps de
Oh!
c'est exceptionnel, mais attention, c'est pas terminé. Monkey Moon, il faut absolument repousser ce ballon. C'est fait. Avec K-Dub qui va venir accompagner.
Oh my word.
Il ne l'obtient pas. Quelle parade, quel retour défensif. Il faudrait le revoir.
What move by Astro, by the way? He had Zen on skates, but then the save came through anyway.
Mais ça tient bon. À 45 secondes de la fin, ils ont toujours une petite marge de sécurité. Exotique. Astral.
Unreal.
Qui part dans le corner, il a réussi à bien s'emmener ce ballon. Il va falloir l'intercepter parce qu'il continue de grind du terrain avec Chris Fox.
It is the second split, so Monkey Man's probably just going to wake up and become a world champion again.
3 contre 1 joué, pas du tout. Astral qui a bien bloqué ce ballon, mais c'est reparti dans les airs avec Zen qui va accélérer. Et K-Dop
French caster turned into Eminem. Yeah, Fury does this every single week, week in, week out. He is rap god, casting in French. Makes it quite hard to follow, like, because there's just so many words to try and digest. I love it though. Oh! K-Dop! It's the corner! Nah, it doesn't go into the corner, it's 2-1. Dopamine take game 1 against Vitality, K-Dop. And wait, 100% are up 3-0? What's going on? Well, hold on a second, wait, are Carbon Corp in trouble as well? Tiswat, thanks for the 4-month Prime. BCFTW, thanks for the Prime. I'm opening up all the streams really quickly. Hold on. Right, we've got an ad still. Because I've not successfully logged in. Let's continue watching Subpar for a bit, then we'll go back to Vitality. I don't know what the Kamito score is.
I'll check it again.
I think we need to leave it like unmuted for the ad to play, right?
It might have done it.
Oh no! I'm not really liking this match.
Am I optimistic at all for the growth of the esport?
But even the game that we won, I wasn't.
I'd say
no,
quietly optimistic. Yeah, I'm not like massively optimistic. But some things I like, some things I don't. So I'm quietly optimistic, I'd say.
In Roadhog. Interesting. Which is fair. So that's what Itachi needs to do. This is where it starts. When we look back at the end of Worlds in September or whenever the hell it is. We'll be like.
Alright, should be logged in a second. That means we can avoid
This is
ads.
when the comeback truly started.
True.
Okay.
Go on, attack.
You combed through every last piece of evidence.
I just logged in. What is the timing? Alright. There we go.
Quite as terrifying as KC in general.
The
play.
timing on that is unbelievable. I'm logged in now, so we avoided it,
Not
but
sluggish, but like average speed, and then suddenly they go bash and do the touches. Oh, ads as
I
well.
thought it just like ran an ad on my profile. I can't believe that. So I've got turbo in this account.
Let me have a little goosey.
Am I just rubbish at this, or like, is it actually difficult to arrange like a casting style stream? I find it so much more difficult.
I don't understand.
Cole
the
is
ads
struggling.
thing. Johnny always seems to do very well with it, but I think because he's like good
That's
at
what he
this
does.
job. Yeah,
What do I do?
it's not
Ads.
What we do, but that's also fine. Okay, well, ads are going on. Ads will be ending, and then. We'll
Oh,
go
they
through
beamed
on
the
them.
ads as well. Okay.
Twitch has
Happens.
whacked them on. Oh, thanks, Johnny.
Been there, done that.
Cheers, J-Boy.
Cheers for the resub.
We were just praising you. We were saying you were good at this.
And Johnny Boy has also now just made it so he's not looking at ads.
Hey!
So good job, Johnny Boy.
Already
Make
avoided
sure
them,
that
mate.
you're not-
Technically,
with all the
kind of,
NIP team
not
streams,
really.
You can see all of the content, not because we're rubbish streamers. Just make sure that you subscribe, apparently.
Do it
Cheers,
for
Johnny.
Nip. Do it for Nip. Nas
Do it for
needs
Nip.
some
Nip all the way.
subpar
Alright,
support.
NIP lose. Sorry, subpar. Gonna go see what else is happening. Carbon Corp are up 2-0 in Smoky Bacon Association as expected. Dopamine are giving Vitality a great series though. Dopamine are taking it to Vitality.
N qui est reparti dans les airs, qui a fait une différence. Oh, il retombe sur Monkey Moon. Il est retombé sur l'ancien, attention. Exotique, qui part au ras du sol.
Oh
Je pense
my.
que c'est pas ce qu'il voulait, mais finalement ça nous profite avec la frappe de Monkey Moon. Et Zen70 de boost qui décide de se tourner.
So it is 1-1 in the series.
Du côté des dopamines.
Imagine K-Dot beats
Monkey Moon
Vitality in
encore. Ah, il est bien parti,
2025.
Monkey Moon, le pré-flip. Mais K-Dop va venir
Just get
se
back.
mettre sur la
Get back
trajectoire
on the
de ce
roster,
ballon.
honestly.
Exotique, la
Put
mise
Zen
en
and
tape,
K-Dop
Astral,
together.
attention, K-Dop, le
Put
tir,
K-Dop
c'est
and Monkey
cadré.
Moon together.
Il en faudra plus.
The
pour
two
venir,
goats.
battre notre Zénito national. Exotique qui écarte le danger. Allez, il faut encore le gagner. Ce duel, c'est important. Ça revient sur Zen.
Imagine
Pour
they win a
Monkey Moon.
regional.
Le
Hey, let's
50
slow down
encore.
here. Let's slow
Est-ce
down.
que Exotique peut renvoyer cette balle sur le
Let's
ballon? C'est
temper
bien,
our
en plus, ils sont pas
expectations.
super bien placés.
Oh!
Oh non, c'est pas possible, le bateau sortant. Quel angle il était venu nous chercher. Exotique le joystick.
Kamito has Rally Major in his dream title, not even open for. To be fair, it is the Rally Major qualification.
Il a réussi à s'envoler. Il va prendre son flip reset face à Monkey Moon.
K-Dop
C'est vu
with a
par,
huge play.
Le singe lunaire.
They actually
Le
look pretty
double
decent, you know.
qui ne laissera pas
Bang!
passer.
Okay, that was
Exotique est
wayward.
tout seul, hein. Attention, vous avez vu Astral qui est venu démolir.
K-Dop!
Au poteau, ça va frapper. Il
He's
faut
getting stuck in.
s'opposer à ça, c'est Monkey Moon qui va essayer
Fast
de
forward
repartir le long
swept
du
at
mur.
Immunity. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I think that's what we predicted in the Shotcast Patreon. Speaking of, by the way, that's where our predictions are going to be. I think our predictions might arrive on the Patreon a bit late. Well, they're not up before this regional started, but we tried to get it out in time. Oh, what a pass.
L'ouverture du score, les amis. 50 secondes récentes. Allez.
It's a great pass by Zen.
Qu'est-ce que c'est
Clinical.
bien joué. Qu'est-ce que c'est bien joué de la part de Zen. Et qu'est-ce que c'est bien
Why
suivi
do
de la
they
part de
keep
Monkey
posting
Moon.
majors in NA when they're a minor region?
Ça fait 50 secondes à tenir. Oh, attention à ce kick-off.
That's like 10 out of 10.
Chasuble pour le
Rage
moment.
bait there.
Ah, Monkey Moon va falloir tenir
Gotta
bon.
give it to you.
Rhys Fox face à Exotic, on a réussi à dévier cette balle, mais l'avantage est toujours aux joueurs des dopamines. Oh, Zen, qu'est-ce que c'est bien fait. Allez,
It's a shame. I talked about this
utiliser
before. It's
ce
a
ballon,
shame that the
jette-toi
US has
dessus,
got
vraiment,
like the
refais un
most
jette-toi dessus, comme je me suis
complicated,
jeté sur cette tacos de viande tout à l'heure.
needlessly
Il ne faut pas
complicated
laisser une miette. Attention
visa
à Zen
laws.
qui se tourne, c'est superbe. Exotic qui a un petit peu de temps. Il a pris le
Makes,
boost en plus. Allez, il faut jouer le 1 contre 1. La petite passe en
Makes
retour, la
US
démolition.
events
Mais
pretty
malheureusement, le
awkward
retour du dope. Monkey Moon qui va repartir sur le backboard. Ouais, qui
for
va aller
players
chercher le
and
bump. Il y a quelque
teams
chose à
and
faire au second
casters
poteau,
who
la
are not
frappe
from
directe
America.
d'Exotic. C'est largement anticipé. Ouais, Zen encore. Allez, est-ce qu'on peut peut-être aller chercher une démolition?
Oh yeah, I forgot the chat's in the way of the overlay. Let me move that.
Seconde de jeu avec cette balle qui va repartir. K-Dop pour Monkey Moon. Rhys Fox qui remet encore. Il faut pas
And
laisser jouer
observers,
Rhys
just
Fox
just
qui va
everyone,
encore
really.
Il n'a pas de ressources sur le backboard qui va toucher cette balle une première fois. Ça va repartir de l'autre côté. K-Dop sur le mur pour aller chercher Astral.
Oh.
Attention, il a remis ce ballon dans
Oh.
l'axe. Zen, il faut être le premier.
Oh.
Le ballon est contré, c'est toujours dangereux. Ça va tomber au point de pénalty. Exotic qui renvoie encore. Allez, il faut absolument que ce ballon touche le sol. K-Dop qui va tirer. Monkey Moon qui est parti. La déviation.
Give it up.
Balle au sol.
Astra's up fast. Reset double. Mid. Yes. Oh, good cover by the defense. What a play. Let it go. Honestly, just let it go in. Wow. What a sequence. What a sequence. Let's see if Carmen can close it out here. We're on Kamito's stream. And they've just gone up 2-1. Atto and Vatira linking up nicely there. Smoke's getting a bit caught out by Atto's recovery speed. Yeah, Astral does look good right now. Reese Fox has a lot of potential. So I think this team Dopamine, they could maybe be a dark horse for a top 8, you know. Dignitas are losing. What? Wait. Here against Tokyo They're losing a cash grab that Pluvo didn't cash, just retire. What is going on? They're getting slammed. Wait, they are getting slammed.
To give you guys some entertainment. I feel like we've just been winning too much.
Okay, wait.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Now that I'm here.
It actually seemed like a blowout from the first half. And it feels like this game has gone on for 20 minutes. But there's still a lot of time, guys.
I don't know where
Is
to put
it
the chat.
ASL or AL? What's the Ice Bucket Challenge, like, acronym?
Even you and Garrett can keep up in this lobby.
Whatever. It's the same thing.
I don't know, CJ. See,
all right, 2:16.
the problem with that is that, you know, players like yourself,
Good amount of time.
Garrett, me, like, we all decided that it's probably best not to be pros this
As long as
season
Cash doesn't peak,
because of the mechanical level.
That's a crazy demo.
That's something that we've all decided independently.
Bombing.
So I'm not sure we would stand a chance, actually.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's a really wise move from
I
us.
like the passing. Yoris trying to get on the right side of that ball.
Bro's
Couldn't,
talking me in
unfortunately,
there.
get down
Hey,
target,
if
but
you don't understand that
connecting passes,
reference, you
so
need to
quick
go
enough to
watch our Chalkcast live episode from last night with with Justin.
Into Abjack, who's got enough boost for the double
Good
tap,
fake
but
by
leaves
Jack.
it again for Yoris.
Such a smart aerial fake by
And
Jack.
just like that, we're within one.
What a smart
I don't
player.
know
Hey,
how
if I
we
was
got
going to learn
ourselves
Rock
back
League
in
from
this
anybody,
game.
it would definitely be this guy.
Grandma can't get a touch from the backboard.
Exclamation mark TNR.
Yoris, it's kind of a 50-50 shot. And you hear the little fart noise.
Fractus TV, thanks to the 2 month prime.
You know Dignitas. We might get back into this, guys. And this is more important than ever. I don't want to go to match. Okay. Okay.
I looked away for a second and then they scored again.
I had some hype. I had some
Whoa.
confidence for a second.
Pluvo just...
Yeah, Pluvo's
He
been...
just destroyed Jorius. Jorius had 100 boost and Pluvo had none.
messy with the dribbles,
What?
bro.
Just checking what's happening with NIP.
You turtle?
They're
All right,
losing to 100% again.
If you think I should be muted.
100% are giving NIP a
Maybe
tough
if
series. Dopamine finally running out of steam against Vitality. Back to Dig. He did get sent to the shops. Jorius got sent to the shops. Whereas Acronic? Acronic's new team did not make it. They lost in Qual. Acronic's play. Who's Acronic playing with this split
We
again?
have
He's
to
playing
get
with
a goal.
Tempo and someone.
ASAP. I know that goes without saying.
I
but
forgot who it is. Tempo and someone.
we can't let this get below 30 seconds. We cannot
Oh, yeah, Matt.
let this get below 30 seconds. Doris backboard double tap.
Big dunk. Ceiling.
Find the boost.
Mid.
Off the ceiling. And we're
Nice
having some tested
play.
shots
Okay,
there.
good
Doris.
game.
All right. All right.
It's a really smart play.
We've
Oh
been
my goodness,
within
Jack
one
bumped
so many
everyone.
times.
He bumped the whole team.
We just
What a player.
One more. Come on. This is like climbing Mount Everest for Dignitas. It's so slow. But eventually we could reach the summit.
What would happen if
feel
the meta if
I
max
could
speed
feel
was
it,
increased
man.
by 10%?
Doris.
I think it would just take nice
He
shot.
opened the space and we're back. We're
Such
back.
good off the ball play again from Dig.
This is the worst. 10 goals.
If
Oh, what a first touch.
Stacey and Jack are
Yoris.
just both on the backboard
Giving Abjack
fighting.
some time to hunt down a demo.
Fighting
force
opponents.
The defense to panic a little
Yeah,
bit.
if they increased the max
This
speed in the game, it would just take every
What
pro
is
a
going
little bit of
on,
time to
bro?
adjust.
I don't even know. I'll take it,
and
though.
now Poe would just continue playing
long
like
as we don't
nothing has
set
changed.
ourselves
Like he would just be like, yeah,
against
this
the
is
Tokyo
just,
Tigers, who are
you know,
on
the
match
speed I've been
point.
playing at
10 seconds to go. Cash
this
behind
whole
the ball.
time.
Our defense is finally there.
But most players
Rotation
would
showing
take a
up.
bit of time to adjust.
Look in the midfield. Can't get the follow-up. And Stizzy tries to bang it to Abject. And instead, Pluvo going to take possession.
So Cash
Now we gotta do
retired,
a 0-second buzzer beater attempt
and then
from the Tokyo
he
Tigers.
plays the
Ball
very
gets to
next
ground,
event, right?
And into overtime, we go.
He
Ladies
retired and then
gentlemen,
played the very next
we
event.
made the climb. We have almost
Rocket League
reached
pros
the
are so
summit.
bad at retiring.
We just need one more goal, and we can honestly make our claim. And
yeah,
we will
I
now
did
own the
see
mountain
Sunless
after just one more
Can's
goal. Maybe it could be
Goats
abstract, maybe
video,
it could be
like
a demo
greatest,
play.
who's the
That's what
greatest
got us
Rocket League
tied
player
up.
of all time
That's what got us
video.
the OT, and
Nice
does get the
play.
demo off the side
Okay.
post. It's all been from the hard work, the physical.
I still always get like low-key triggered when Americans call the post a side post and the crossbar a top post, or the side cross. Like, is there just no sport with a regular goal in America, that like no popular one? What do you call the posts in NFL? Hockey? Oh, I guess, yeah, hockey's got a regular shaped goal, doesn't it? Yeah, where does side post come from? I've heard this many times, it's not just turtle.
Some part of it should deserve more followers.
I just thought it was post.
So the longer
Left
the
post,
data
right
you
post,
have, some part of
crossbar,
it will
you know.
ultimately get more followers.
Those are the options, but I've heard many side posts
Maybe.
in my time.
Sorry, Dig went down 5-1 in game 2 and then 1-6-5 in OT.
Ah,
That
fair
is
play.
mental. That's what we want
Almost. Yeah, I think Dig were down
Get one
5-2 or 4-2. Yeah, 5-2.
Yeah, but if it means that we win,
Would you take that now if the
I
win
literally
offered it to
don't
you?
care.
Okay,
Yeah, if
I
it means that we
respect it.
win, yeah, absolutely.
But would you hold your nerve though if it was happening? Just what you sort of wagered for? Would you be like
100%.
"We're gonna win this
Again,
thing,
just
we're
kind
gonna
of
win that"?
dark horsing their way through the event.
I mean, looking at that
Vitality
game,
have beaten
we had more time
Dopamine.
on
It
the
was a
ball,
good series
less
from what we
like
saw, but
10
Vitality took over in the second half.
But they had more boosts than us, they
Kamito
took more
watching
boosts than
NIP
us.
100%, so
Got
they've
their
obviously
burn,
won their
boosted us.
series.
Yeah,
Dig
they
tied
hit the ball
1-1.
like 30
NIP.
more times than
I think we have
did.
to watch NIP though, because they're down.
Despite us
Dingitas
having
just
more
tied it,
possession.
so I think they're going to
So,
be
yeah,
fine.
They were just all over us, I think, across the board.
They were just
Any other results to report?
better. Really?
Yeah, a little bit
Let's
better.
take a
Make
look.
sure you guys also get involved with the predictions. Crumbs. Good job.
GK 2-0 up on BSK. BSK are an interesting team.
Yeah.
Rusty Z has teamed up with Pisky and Mozzarella. Pisky, formerly known as Whiskey Drink, one of the biggest name downgrades in Rocket League history. Imagine going from being called Whiskey Drink to Pisky. I don't know why he did that. Well, I mean, he probably had to do it. I don't think he's allowed to be called Whiskey Drink,
Yeah,
but
I really don't understand why.
yeah, Rusty Z. Look out for this guy. New upcoming French player.
Frustrating, but oh well. It's
And it looks like at Immunity have been swept,
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, we're
which is
stopping it, aren't we? So
expected.
that's fine.
Fast forward, they're a solid team.
right. Attach is gonna prove the haters wrong.
BDS Synergy
With
1-1.
his
That's a
Roadhog.
close series. Gentlemates have swept.
Got his Roadhog out, and he's continuing to play with it.
All hog,
Well,
no
let's-
dog. All right.
Let's get back into the NIP series.
So the current prediction is do we G, and I don't know what that means. Oh no.
It's not a good start.
Oh, thankfully Resi's rubbish.
It's not do we G. It's do we G.
True, true.
That's what I
We
see
G.
anyway.
Jack, getting your thanks for the 10-month
Boost
prime.
down. Ossie's got no boost. at all. Attach is
Chis,
there
thanks for the
following
2-month
on.
prime
Ossie's
as well. I
gonna
think I missed that one. Sorry about
rotate
that.
back. He's got no pads or anything. Ossie's
Have I
a
played
beast
Oblivion?
up.
No, I have not.
And Acro's gonna score.
Oh!
Mate,
That is the most wide open infield pass I've seen in a while.
Literally, no, Itachi's just.
The ball's
I'm
just
gonna
like
only use my
bouncing in the box and
PG-13
nobody's
effort.
there. Like what?
Itachi has fucked off for some boost there. For no reason. He's
Yeah, Stumpy's also not a fan of that. Mid pass being open.
Christ, Itachi, stick about on our side. Good job, Nas. Huh.
Now they're all
that's
covering
not
mid.
one of the season. You've just used it.
Yeah, that's the F-bomb.
Was it worth it?
I think so, it felt nice.
Okay, I'm jealous. I was saving that
No,
one.
no,
Is
you
that
get
even
one
allowed
thing,
to
you
say in an RLCS team stream? I mean,
You get one F and one S.
I think it's probably fine because
center.
there's no Rocket League stream today, so
Clear it away,
I think they
Oski.
can say whatever they want.
We need a bit more than this. We've just
Because-
done
There we go,
nothing
Nas.
today.
None of this content is actually appearing on the
I'm
Rocket
sure
League
it's
channel,
smart enough to tell you why, Stumpy.
so it's probably whatever,
I'm
you
sure
know.
smart enough to know why.
I think
Okay,
you have
that's
to be
nice
careful with
above
what
each other, I like
sponsors
that.
you
And
show.
100% are controlling
I don't know if
every
there's like
single
any
aspect
rules
of
about the
game. I think
language.
it all does just stem from
Memes
the
4
boost.
days, thanks for the 5-month
But even
prime.
then, like, the amount
Appreciate
of
that.
non-touches we're making. I don't want to make an excuse.
Is this
but,
going to
like,
be
maybe
the
it's just a
end
case
of the Roadhog
computers are
before
maybe
it's
being a
actually
little bit picky
one
for
loss
them
and he's
in
like, nah,
some
stuff
way?
this?
Must be that.
I hope not.
But
I
don't
hope he
wanna make
keeps
an
playing
excuse
this.
for them, but yeah, why not?
I mean, that's quite the
Is
excuse
Nas
he's made
the
at moment,
problem?
yeah.
I've not
God,
seen
that's
enough of
fake,
this series to tell you.
That's
Oh,
actually
good
the
save.
most dog turd shot.
Just do something with it, lads. Right.
Somebody's so not happy about the team's
Really?
performance.
That's right, I don't
It
hate
didn't
it.
look like that bad of a shot.
Son, back
Teams
in.
you would have scored
Son,
that.
Oski, son.
I don't
Legally
think you
speaking.
can swear by like this version of subpar. Really?
Okay.
You can't.
We are having to do a lot of work to get shooting chances.
Good pass. Really good pass by Oski.
They just defend so well.
Yeah,
though.
I've not seen enough
They
of this
really
series to
do.
tell you what the
It's
problem
very
is.
impressive. I'm
100%
not,
are a
you
solid
know,
team
even
though,
mad
so I mean
about
it's
it.
not
I am.
like damning
I'm
to
very
lose to
angry
them.
about it. I don't like any of what's happening. Yeah, 100% definitely just the better team today, aren't they, though? I think that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment. But as you say,
That's fair.
Kupal,
Fair
we
praise.
have beaten the likes of Carmine Court. So,
Oh!
Shoot!
What?
Okay,
God, I
we'll
thought
take a
that
couple
was
of
Luis
other
just sits the inside of his own
Well,
post.
Lewis
I think he
Beach
could have cleared
getting back
this.
to
Let's look
save
again.
that. A nice little crossbar clanger.
Actually,
Or a
maybe
post
not.
clanger, rather.
Well, not from the position
That's
he
a
put
little
himself
tap
in. He was really out of position there.
As well. We take it, we take it.
It's a bit unlucky that it's just
More
gone
goals.
mid off the post.
Normally I sort
That
of
was
ask
tough.
for,
It came to him really
players
quickly,
to
and I
do
think he
something
actually
special,
did
but
side
right
flip,
now,
which has
just
given
give
him the
us
best
something
chance.
in, man.
Either side flip or
Give us
double jump
anything.
gives him the
Yeah,
best chance to
ball
clear
rolls
that.
in, they should have saved it. They make a mistake. Whatever.
I'll
Exactly.
take like a sidewalk chip at this point, you know.
Okay, I'd take not having two players in there.
Yeah, me,
Well played.
CJ,
Just, he's playing his game.
Cole, who else
game,
is
but I'll
casting?
do.
Stumpy, I think, casting tomorrow.
Right. bit of time
Not been
now.
too happy with
I
them.
think
Nice,
I
yeah,
think
get
that's
some
the
lovely.
squad for
Their
tomorrow.
demos are so on point for like every single play so far.
Bump.
So now he goes to the bump there. Lovely
Nobody's
cover
there.
from Oski. Maybe that's what we didn't have early, you know.
It's a nice
These
cut by
covers.
Acro. Really good play. Oh my word!
How
hell
much
happened?
space?
That's why you've got to challenge the team. Look at Acro, a little power slide cut in field. Oski thought he's going up the wall. No one behind him.
Like, there's so much gap.
Yeah,
think
there is a
that's
big
moving
gap
out,
between the
trying to get,
challenges there. If Oski's
the
forcing like
play
that,
from
especially
Oski
forcing
touching
him
it, but
in
going
field,
off what we're seeing
you
right
would
now,
expect
then
him
you
to
can
be
trust the third
funneling
man.
No, I think you can.
Acro towards a
That's lovely
teammate.
shot from Acro, not to
You know,
take it
saying,
away.
hey, I'm going to let you go past me on the inside, but my
Between
teammate's behind me,
first
so
and
you're not going
second
anywhere.
man there.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Why is he not gone?
NIP are getting battered. I mean, I don't think he could have gone.
Who was
It bounced behind him.
Nast is a 3-point turn.
Yeah,
like
he
it's a Tesco
misread
car
the
park.
bounce. He misread the bounce.
This is unbelievable. This is like. This is.
Interesting for the bracket,
Angry.
actually. Very
Get
interesting.
in Cool Cole, Stumpy Goblin, and anyone from chat.
This is
What in
also
chat
really,
do you
really
reckon
bad
that
for
you,
Dopamine,
Stumpy and me could beat
who
Nick
go
right
against the
now
loser of
in
this.
game. With the 3-2
Or-
advantage, we spawn in with 145 left.
Maybe
Can we
not.
hold? I think we can.
I back us too. I
Thanks,
back us too.
Turtle, Beanstalk, King
Lot
on the
one, lot
fence.
Wait, what did
Yeah,
Cole
lots
just
of
say? He
people.
reckons that they
Well,
could
there's
hold a
100
one goal.
seconds, so we got some time. The
I wasn't.
lovely
I
little
should have been
cross,
listening. That's
Oski,
my bad.
but attacking
What did he
off the
say?
weight.
Did Cole make another
Diving.
ridiculous
Oh,
claim
nice.
about
There's
his
a
Rocket League
reset.
ability?
If he does.
And it's
Now
only
you just
double
get
in.
back
You
down.
lose 2, you're out, don't you?
What goalie did he say they could hold? There's
So
no way
if
he's
we lose
serious.
Here, we'll be playing against Smoky Bacon Association.
Have they already lost?
Pretty much. What did he
They
say?
already lost. Yeah, they lost 3-0 to Carmine Court.
Fair play, they did it quick.
Them three can sub in
Yeah,
and win.
got it
Who's the
done.
third?
Did they get a goal? Oh yeah, they got goals and everything.
Oh yeah, he's got to be
Is that
joking.
Growley's team?
Could be. Smoke, Smitane, Combat.
Oh, wrong side of the bracket. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Andy
forgot. Oh
Andrew.
yeah, I
That's
forgot
right,
that
that's
it's
right.
the Carmine Corp side of the bracket here.
15 years and Mateo.
Okay.
Andy and Smoke,
It's-
the
it's-
guys being
it's
dudes
such a-
in the RLCS.
It's such a click that they've got, isn't it?
It's like Mike Boy and Tho. It's like
Yeah.
they can never get away from each other.
Well, actually, Mike Boy and Thor are
Rich
pretty
Rodman
far away
Naruto
from each other right now. 'Cause
then.
those in
Ah,
APAC and a
Naruto.
full EU team.
Come on, come on.
Yes!
Unbelievably
Oh.
cringe. One in chat if you have lost all respect for who's on that team. Name and shame.
Oski, that's
Tho,
so
Ocelon,
aggressive.
and
I love
Tekos,
that.
right?
Oh, that's great. I like that. I respect that a lot. I
I'm
really
not
do.
sorry, but
No, but look,
yeah,
that is
I
such a
unapologetically
Rizzy does screw up.
losing all respect. Lost all
Beautiful
respect.
Bottom corner.
for those 3
punching
players.
a hole in their ticket.
And
Phil
They do
Ossel
get
and
punch a
Tekos. I'm
hole
not
in
getting it
your
wrong, am I?
ticket. Sorry, go on.
well played to Itachi as well. Getting that one into the center. Good clear comms. Itachi taking his time.
Like they played, it was Tho Ocelon and I think Maxiu played last split. They lost, and instead of just like trying to, you know, run it back and win fair and square against a team who have 1 APAC player, you've got 1 APAC player, they thought, nah, you know what? We just majorly suck at this game. Let's get another European player.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Nice again.
It's just weak.
Yeah,
Tekos was
nice and patiently.
a techie wee player. He was also beefing with half of the French scene, so all of the French scene. So having Tekos in Europe was great because we had any Tekos versus French player matchup was full of drama just by default. Oh my goodness. But now we don't get that because he ran away. He ran away. He's afraid of the French and he ran away to APAC. I'd take them over for any day, TBA. I mean, they're the same thing. It's exactly the same now. If you're a full like APAC team in APAC or a full non-SSA team in SSA, then you're just
It'll be the first time this season that we go
just
to
worthless, basically, to the scene.
If it happens.
Unless.
Just an asterisk, essentially.
Go on, Itachi. Go.
At least they're in the region. Yeah, but if you're not playing with like a local, one local, like when Virtuoso and Mikami did that and they played with Realize, that's a goal, surely. Game 5. All right.
Oh my goodness, this is a brawl.
This is a struggle for NIP, but they are going to make it to Game 5. Dignitas are up 2-1, but they're down in Game 4.
Honestly, there's no scoreline that could make me feel like we're done.
Should NRG move to EU to steal a spot from that region? It's different for EU and NA. If NRG decided that they wanted a challenge and they moved to EU to take on the EU teams, that would be fine. I think anyone going to EU is fair game. You can go to EU from anywhere as any team with any lineup. It doesn't matter. EU is fair game. NA also fair game because they want to be considered equals.
Why you gotta do that to my boy? Dizzy's got full boost.
Going to any other region and not playing with at least one local player
this is the worst.
Is cringe.
What is this?
Oh my days! It just bounced in.
Bro, we're watching a champ.
Pluvo with a big fake. Appjack thought Pluvo was hitting that.
One game.
Yeah, you couldn't get it. You just had no boost. That's tough. Yeah, going to NA and EU is totally fair game.
I think we just embrace it at this point.
When Genji went to NA, all of NA said that they were going to suck, and they were confident about defending their spots. Complexity, same thing. When Complexity went to NA, everybody was like, yeah, whatever. These guys aren't going to do anything. They're going to maybe be a top 8 team sometimes. They made land multiple times.
Game 5, you can win yourself some sub-armies.
So that was different, I feel, because NA welcomed it. They were like, all right, bring it on, you know? And then maybe they regretted saying bring it on, especially in the Boston Major, where Furia, Complexity, and Genji all qualified. There were more imports than actual North Americans at that event. But NA welcomed it, so that's on them. I think if NA welcomes it, then it's fair game.
Low boost Barry. He is not too worried about that at all.
Where would I rank NRG regionally if they went to EU? NRG, if you just plonk them in EU, they might be in trouble because they start events quite slowly. And the teams in EU are just going to eliminate them if they do that. In NA, NRG can start slowly and still just, you know, crawl through the bracket. Because NA's, 9 through 16 is not very good.
Either way, it feels good.
But if you do that in EU, you're out. You're just getting eliminated. So NRG would probably struggle to make it into EU champ. Well, they'd probably struggle to make it to Saturday consistently if they kept playing the way they do in North America. That being said, I think that they would be a contender if they can make it to the playoffs. They immediately become a contender because they do improve as events go on. Oh my days, what?
Off him as well.
Oski just pinches it in.
Tilting for 100%. I think they've dropped a percentage point.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be the favorites. I think they'd probably just go into the mix with teams like Vitality
when it's there. Also been
and whoever else is
Comfort on
deciding to play
TikTok, so
well.
thank you.
Because there's usually like
Wow, thank you for the come and the quad.
2 or 3 other teams outside of Carmine Corp who are playing pretty well any EU event. You don't know who it's going to be until you watch. Some teams are pretty inconsistent.
Was able to get in the way.
But I would expect NRG to just immediately be one of the contenders
if we win this, if we get
pushing
through
KC
tell you what, if we get through
to the limit.
The Carmine Court match, then we beat Carmine
I reckon they'd average like
I want people in
3rd.
chat
I think NRG would average
to
3rd in
using
EU
the Roadhog in
if they
their
move
next 5
this season.
Deal.
All right, in honor of Itachi, Cole, I'm happy to sign this petition.
Yep.
In the honor of Itachi,
I reckon they'd make like
we go.
they'd make
the
a
next 5
final
ranked games, which
once.
will be streamed, and
They'd
every
probably get
chat's
eliminated in
gonna
the
let
semis
agree.
once,
Yes,
and they'd
I'll
probably
go
like
with Itachi. He wants
have
it to
one bad
happen.
result,
One in
being
chat
like a
if you're
top
gonna
8
sign
or
the
a top
petition with
12,
us.
something like that.
Signing it. Is that only if they
Carmine
beat
Court.
KC, or is it only if they
Only
beat
if
I
they
reckon
beat
they'd come
KC.
3rd.
Only if they beat KC.
That's a hard. All right, definite one then.
Yep.
That's an easy one.
Yep. Come on. If we
Their
beat
power
KC,
level is
guys,
2nd though. I'm only
again.
saying that I reckon they'd be 3rd
After
because
the
they
start,
start
come
really slowly,
Well, tripod is already
regularly.
You're not allowed to use it for
Which you
5
can't do.
games. It swings back the other way for you.
That's the nature of the metronome.
Right. Over here.
All right, NIP
Nothing is won yet.
back in
Nope.
control. Or Dignitas actually
Actually
the
is getting in the way of that big old
yeah,
Roadhog.
Dignitas
Look
are
at that
losing still.
absolute quality. Get that ball about.
oh, let's go to Dignitas for a sec.
Field. Cash gets the read, but looking a little bit sloppy. Where was the follow-up? Stizzy, or I believe that was Yoris?
So I think Vitality
Oh,
will bomb
man.
out of the major and win Worlds. Well, Monkey Moon didn't bomb out of the major
All right. Gang, if we can do this,
too
if we can get
badly.
another 4-0.
There's levels to what do you
comeback.
mean bombing out of the major? Do you mean top 8 or like 16th?
Everything
Because the first time Monkey Moon won Worlds, they really bombed out the major.
Abject.
They lost to OCE,
deleted.
they lost to Sam, and they went
Cash
home
is
in
gone.
last place.
Another bumped out the way, Yoris. I don't know where our
Whereas
second man
in,
was. I think it was Stizzy, but come on, we need something.
In London, they just got clapped by Gentlemates, who were insane at the time, especially on
Clear
land.
down the other side. I think we've got
It's,
nobody waiting
it's
for
like
it.
a different type
Now
of bomb, I
Abject
guess.
Is there
Street
lurking
Pack,
for the demo.
thanks for
He's
the
taking
14-month
boost.
prime. Colby Chaos,
Where
thanks for
was
the
this
5-month
aggression
prime.
before? I think if we just start the game out
Smashing Thomas, thanks for the 63-month prime.
with
How you
the
doing?
same level of aggression, still looking for demos, we
Long
need
time
to
no
act
see.
like we're losing. Oh my God!
Weather's been absolutely class
Oh.
recently in Glasgow.
There's no way.
Okay, wait.
There's no way.
Wait, there's a chance. What a goal by Jack.
Actually,
Learn how to do that and more.
so fortunate
on the
too. We got the
nextrank.com.
bump into, I believe that was Grandma. We bumped that last player back, who then scored it, almost like an own goal. 7
Tops and
seconds,
flops in,
kickoff
thanks to
time.
the 30-month
Wait.
tier 1. Memes for days, thanks for the prime.
Oh no, yours missed. Yours.
All right, it's gone to game 5. It's gone to game 5. Vitality against Fast Forward is about to kick off. Carmi Corp are still waiting for their match. NIP defending a 3-0 lead is now a 3-1 lead.
Get some 12s. Get those
Couple of
12s.
pennies for your
And
troubles.
the pounds will look after themselves. And
True.
suddenly, 2 goals,
Fancy fact.
Stumpy. 2 goals. Are you as comfortable?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
feel
Where
good.
do you think NRG would average? It's a good hypothetical
Sorry,
because
I
it's
feel
never
good.
going to
I feel very
happen.
good about it.
But where do you
Still.
think NRG would average
Yeah, I feel
over
good.
the season if they came to EU?
Change quick.
Regionally, not on land, just
Oh, yeah.
regionally. Where would they average place?
Oh, kabump.
Well played.
Yes, kabump still.
2, 2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 3, 2, 4, 2,
that's
3,
so loose
2.5,
and
3,
juicy.
3, 3,
That's
3,
okay,
4,
because
3,
we're the
4.
first goose to it. First goose to the air.
They could
I'll risk
comfortably
going to
make
bump
top
on
4
Nas.
every regional.
Oh, well done.
Spoken like a true
Already have
non-EU
nailed
viewer.
them all, haven't they? Incredibly
I don't think
uncomfortable.
anyone except KC is
Why
comfortably
don't they do
making
this
top
for
4
us?
every
We just take it a
regional
bit slower, lower.
in
Any
Europe.
seconds we steal right now is only good stuff. About 10 more seconds, I feel very comfortable. If they score in the next 10, I still feel massively uncomfortable. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
I think
Score in the next 10.
3 is quite a good hedge for their...
Hello,
The
Betsy.
metronome.
Oh! Roadhog Itachi with a max!
Where on earth
Ah.
did this come from? He's got nothing there. He's got no momentum.
He got bumped into it from Acro.
Itachi says, "Thank you very much. You've inspired me. I'll get some."
Alright, so NIP are going to win. Dignitas are already up 1-0 in 2 seconds. What on earth happened there?
But Abject gets easy by their gamer tags. I don't know, because Arsenal was saying Yoris instead of Jorius. Or Joris.
Why would NRG do better at LAN but worse at an EU regional?
Jorts.
Because
Anybody
at
here wear
LAN
jean
you're
shorts?
far more likely to make top 8 than you are in an EU regional.
my jean shorts
LANs are harder
fans
to
at?
win than EU regionals.
Yo,
but
I got a
they're-
question too. Why do Europeans
they're almost
always
like
wear
easier
the
to make
skinniest
top 8.
pants on the planet? Skinny jeans never went out
Oh,
of style.
Stizzy with a pogo shot, 2-0.
What is this? I bet Stizzy's wearing some skinny jeans right now. Look at
Jack's just like
making
bumping grandma on the
out
back
with
wall.
that third man.
Yeah, guys, think about it. Who do you
And the
play
pogo?
to get top 8 at a
Oh,
major?
what is
Look at who
this?
you play. I'll go to EU.
Why have we
Event
had the
3.
worst and best games of Rocket League?
So
we've
this
ever
is the
seen?
major. And this is
We don't
EU
wear
event
skinny
3.
jeans. Yeah, no, take that up with
To make top
literally
8,
every single person who lives in
You
Europe,
need to
bro.
beat in Europe. You need
What
to
are you
beat.
basing this off of? Every time I've been to Europe.
Where's like a good comparison? There's actually so many matches.
no.
8 matches
Oh,
versus
no.
just like
Oh, what a
3.
save, Stizzy. Free
Yeah,
jump.
Falcons had to beat LG.
Cash has
That's
not
you know
been
pretty easy. This is
really
an
on it. I
EU
feel like I
EU
haven't seen
matchup.
too many crazy
And,
shots from
yeah,
Cash,
Gen
which I'm
G-
expecting, or I was expecting. going into
I
this
don't
game.
think that's a very difficult match last
Only
split.
Violent
But then I
Panda
also didn't
wears
think they were going to
skinny
win
jeans. Why you
NA.
gotta throw
I
Violent
don't know what to
Panda
make of
under
it.
the
This is like a
bus?
tough one.
Abjack, come on. Makes
But
it
if
second
NRG
man.
end
Shot
up
on
in
target,
this
yours.
Swiss round 5, they probably play
Bottom
LG
right.
or something.
3-0.
They just get an easy, nice, easy match.
And you thought muting me would be a good idea, but it's not. Life
Whereas
highway, I
in
wish we could do
EU,
that
you
right
can
now.
get some
What a
pretty
goal
nasty
anthem.
matches. I guess you can get some nasty matches in. It's 50-50
There are
because
some
this is really
tweets who
easy.
wear
This
that,
is
but you don't
nasty.
see it off 'em. Okay.
This is
Bro hasn't been in Europe since
Well,
2013.
debatable, but I would say that's quite easy.
It's true.
When
Alright,
did
we get comfortable
Gentlemates
now,
miss
3-0.
one? Gentlemates missed the second,
We haven't had an issue
right?
with losing leads. It's only been
Losing to
the
Ascend?
Tokyo Tigers.
I think
So
we lost to
I
Ascend
don't
like
have
twice.
much to fret about. And we have the Fortnite downed sound
Dignitas
effect
are easily winning.
for the crossbar.
Do we want to
Everything's
watch
going good.
Vitality fast forward? Because I think Dignitas are winning.
Yo, Ender, thank you.
They're up
See, that-
3-0. I think we watch Vitality fast forward now.
Insanity, j'allais voir ce. Merci pour l'arrêt sur la
This is
ligne.
to qualify for top 8.
Petite frayeur, je ne vais pas vous mentir. Exotique, allez, qui est reparti dans les airs, il va être face à Mike Boy, il prend le flip reset, il a passé
Yes,
le
they
premier
lost to
joueur,
Ascend
est-ce qu'on peut
twice.
venir
Shout out to
l'assister?
Ascend, yes.
Malheureusement, on est un peu en retard.
Oh,
Mais attention,
HB.
HB, qui a remonté tout le terrain, tout seul, comme un grand, 1v3.
BDS mates.
Pour
Oh
aller
yeah, we'll have
chercher
to
la
put, we'll have
réduction
to
du
open the
score.
channel for that as well. But yeah, I guess it depends because
C'est
at
bien
LAN,
en face.
the round 5 of Swiss, I mean, there are just a lot more whipping boys at LAN, I think, than there are in EU regionals. There are not really any whipping boys in EU main events. But at LAN, if you run into APAC, SSA, NA3, NA4, well, actually, that's about to change. NA3-4 might be good now, but in the last, like, 3 majors, NA3 and 4 have not been particularly impressive. So NA3, NA4, OCE1, OCE2, APAC, SAM2, honestly, SSA. That's 7 teams that you're just not losing to if you're NRG. You're not losing to those guys in Red 5 Swiss. If you end up against Red 5 Swiss against one of them, you win. Whereas in an EU regional, there are lots of teams you can run into in like your qualification match for top 8. There's just not a guaranteed win at all. In my opinion. I'm not sure if that's a hot take or not. Not really looked into it enough. But yeah, obviously once you get into a top 8 at a major, way harder to win. Top 8 at major, much harder to win than a top 8 in EU. Because you got Falcons, Furia, NA1-2, EU 1-2, 3-4, Twisted Minds are even involved now. Like 9 really good teams. Whereas in EU, you probably only got like 6 teams at that level. You don't have 9.
Monkey Moon, déviation corner, Exotique qui contrôle.
6 teams at that level of like rage. Maybe 7 if 100% are playing well. Synergy beat BDS. Okay, so AJG, Dorito, Rizix, sending BDS to the lower bracket. You guys really wanted to watch BDS. BDS are like they're not one of the favorites for this event. They're an upcoming team. That's
pour le
not
joueur
like
des
a huge
forwards.
surprise at all.
Dans les airs, flip reset, ça passe en dessous. Il a effacé un premier joueur. Il va aller chercher peut-être la démolition. Il l'a pas obtenu. Exotique qui se fait contrer.
Oh.
Attention à Mike Boy qui veut tirer direct. Hein, c'est pas mal. Il y a quelque chose
Oh.
complètement cadré. Ah, Monkey Moon qui sera là pour pousser
Monkey Moon's
cette
like
balle.
third.
Oh, c'est allé à une vitesse complètement folle.
Cody VRL, thanks to the 31-month tier 1. Appreciate that. Cody V, you're the spreadsheets guy, aren't you? Street Pack, thanks to the 14-month prime.
1 minute 10 à tenir pour aller chercher le
Dignitas
premier
of a
but,
sub
le premier
goal
point, pardon. Le premier but, ça fait longtemps qu'on
to
l'a
have an
cherché.
actual overlay.
Et le ballon
Wait, really?
sur le backboard avec cet excellent clear. Zenito qui voulait tenter le redirect.
Actual overlay, 24 out of 40
c'est
subs.
bloqué.
Overlays
Moon,
cost money.
encore. Est-ce qu'il peut aller chercher l'angle intérieur? Il a touché cette balle.
I think that's quite funny,
Depuis
to
qu'il
be
nous a
honest.
mis, cette sublime
We
double
got
tap
actual
angle interdit
overlay sub goal.
il y a quelques jours. Il est complètement on fire.
Gotta find who's streaming Gentlemates today. 1 second,
Allez,
guys.
Zenito qui passe à côté de la balle.
1
Zenito,
second.
reste à ta place. N'essaie pas d'imiter Monkey Moon.
Ah, there he is. Gotaga
Reste à ta
himself.
place, garçon. Zen, mec qui confond tout.
He's not streaming quite yet. Alright, back to Vitality, fast forward. The Dignitas squad are winning.
Qui vient s'écraser complètement sur notre défense. Exotique, le redirect aura du sol. Et les 10 dernières secondes de jeu qui sont là, le travail est quasiment fait. Il va falloir maintenir cette balle dans le camp adverse. 2 buts de sécurité maintenant. Ça y est, le premier point sera pour nous, les amis. Zenito qui plaque cette balle au sol. On n'a pas de temps à perdre. 1-0 pour nos abeilles.
Okay,
Magnifique.
Magnifique. Vitality 1-0. This qualification match. Dignitas. Who do they play now? Who do they play? It's GK, no? Yeah, Dig GK. So we've got Gentlemates. We've got Carmine Corp versus NIP. Which I guess we've got 2 streams for that. Carmine Corp NIP. That's the match of the round. Vitality are already up against Fast Forward. They're going to qualify without too much difficulty, I imagine. Dig GK could be a good match, and then Synergy Gentlemates could be a good match as well. It looks like everybody's waiting, so we'll just go back to Vitality for now. Oh, I just actually realized, guys, that I need to run ads, so we're going to get them in the middle of the next game. So I'm going to run ads now, because Vitality Fast Forward seems like a pretty automatic match with Vitality in this form. Sorry, I thought that was post Fury. I thought it was like pretty clear post, so I clicked off. We'll watch NIP KC when we're back from this.
Ah, j'ai pas peur de le dire, devant les 2 titres de champion du monde de Monkey Moon. Zenito la frappe.
I don't have the ad button. My Twitch reset settings.
Et attention, excusez-moi,
excusez-moi
les amis, hein, c'est naturel. Mais là, je me suis enfilé 2 tacos. Bon, j'ai pas fini le deuxième, hein, mais
okay.
j'avoue que voilà.
KC NIP coming up in a bit.
Nécessaire pour le bien de tout le monde, mais surtout le mien. Monkey Moon, qui est parti. Attention, on s'est fait prendre de vitesse. Le redirect de Growly.
Rettles is saying anyone who thinks NRG is a defensive team doesn't know Rocket League. Debate. Where did he say that?
1-0.
Oh yeah, I guess I just don't know Rocket League. NRG are definitely a pretty defensive team.
4 minutes restantes, pas de panique.
If you put them against like lower tier competition, they're just gonna be in offense a lot, so they don't look defensive, but they are a defensive team. Just now on his stream. I believe it. I believe that he said that, but I don't want to believe everything you guys say that somebody else said on the stream. I need to see the clip before I know what he said. I think what people get very confused about with NRG is not so much the playstyle, it's more terminology. I don't think people are on the same page with what offensive and defensive mean. Sathu kind of tweeted something similar. Did you guys see the Sathu tweet? I could pull it up if you want. I can show you guys what he tweeted. It's quite an interesting tweet. I don't know why he tweeted this. I'm not sure what he was replying to. Did you guys, by the way, did you guys hear what Justin and Garrett said about Sathu yesterday? In did you guys hear what Justin and Garrett said about Sathu on Shotcast?
Il y a eu voilà, 2 ballons qui sont revenus dans l'axe.
I said Vitality should win this easily. Fast forward or win it 2-0, so I know nothing.
Il allait chercher la démolition.
Sathu was dominating Justin in ranked, and Justin wanted to give him a tryout for NRG back in the day. And Garrett was like, Justin, I'm never asking you about roster suggestions ever again. This is what Sathu tweeted, by the way. We'll get into this very quickly. Just this last part. Sorry, I need to... Fury's going to say too many words. I won't be able to focus. We'll get into KC and IP in a second, but this is what Sathu tweeted regarding the NRG defensive narrative, as he called it. He said, also, this narrative of us being a quote-unquote defensive team, or having some new defensive playstyle, is some of the asinine stuff I've ever read. I think he meant to write most asinine stuff I've ever read. We're still the same team, building on what we have done in the past year, and what Atomic and I have learned in our time beyond that. Sometimes an off day happens, or a team can put us under extended pressure because they're executing well. We're always trying to set the pace, trust in what we're doing, and we'll deliver. That's what Sathu tweeted after winning the last regional. I don't know what he tweeted this in reply to comments he'd been getting or something. Does anybody know why he tweeted? Well, was he replying to something when he tweeted this? Is it in reference to anything in particular? But I mean, it's fair enough to tweet that. There's nothing wrong with this tweet, by the way. I think it's fine. I'm just not sure what motivated the tweet. His previous tweet, his previous tweet. Okay, wait, I don't know what that previous tweet is. Let me check what the previous tweet is. Get all the context here.
Exotique. Allez, super, il a passé un premier joueur. Il va aller chercher la démo. Oh, Monkey Monkey.
1 second, my Twitter's not loading properly. It's loading Sathu tweets from like years ago for some reason. Okay, 2-2. Alright, so Sathu tweeted, sorry, embarrassing from me, will be better tomorrow. That was after losing to Gen G, I imagine. And then what did people reply to this? Somebody replied saying, please bring back last year's team. Where's the offense, the creativity? It's just boom ball with this team playing like diamonds. Did anyone else say anything about defense, offense? Somebody else replied saying, I mean, you're not even playing. How can you execute a game plan if your players can't play the game? Need some offense, not give up silly mistakes, counter-attack, spirit touches. No, I'm scrolling past a lot of other tweets that are just saying all good or, you know, regain, stuff like this. So I'm not reading out every reply here. Oh, Vital, you're up. Okay. For the fast forward, kind of blowing an opportunity here. That's good passing by Vitality. That's really good passing. I'm not seeing like an overwhelming, it might just be one of those like vocal minority kind of situations. It doesn't look like a massive amount of replies were directed at Sathu criticizing NRG's offense or playstyle. It looks like maybe a few comments. Casters kept referring to them as a defensive team. Probably, yeah. I mean, okay, here's the situation with NRG. I think people are confused because nobody can really agree on what we're really talking about. If we're talking about where is the ball, roughly, when NRG are playing most teams in their region, where is the ball for most of the match? It's in the other team's half. If let's go through the list, rankings in NA. If NRG are playing against Complexity, 9 Lives, Deleted, Poab, Shopify, Evo, Omelette, Strictly, Gas, all of these teams, the ball's probably in the other team's half for 75% of the game, and it's probably in their, you know, back third, half of the game. NRG are just far better than all these teams mechanically. So they're going to put them on defense a lot. But when NRG play against Karmine Corp, Vitality, you know, probably other EU teams. I don't remember if they played any other EU teams at the most recent major. If they play Furia, Falcons, if they play like Twisted Minds, if they play like other top tier international competition or even Ultimates recently, Gen G perhaps, with the new addition of Justin, Space Station as well, are quite good stylistically against NRG. If they play against any of those teams, then you're not going to see as much ball in offense for NRG. You're going to see a lot more defense out of them. So, you know, when people like Sathy are tweeting, he's not like... A lot of what he's saying is totally right. It's correct. Like, what did he tweet again? He tweeted, and you know, when people like Rettles are saying that NRG are not a defensive team, yeah, probably when he plays them, they're not. He's probably right, you know? If he plays against them, and if he scrims against them, yeah, he's... Why are we, like, getting ads here? He's probably playing Defense Simulator against them. So he's not wrong. But we need to be able to distinguish between, like, what is aggression, what is passive, what's aggressive, what's passive. And, like, on a global, like, scale, against the other, like, world-class teams, where do they rank in terms of offense and defense? And I would say that NRG probably have the number 1 or 2 defense. It's them and Karmine Corp who look like the most... I think NRG, Ultimates, Karmine Corp are your top 3 defenses this season. And then offense, you're probably looking at Karmine Corp in there as well. And then I think you got to still give Falcons their flowers for their offense. And I don't know if I'd put anyone else in the top level. It's probably just those 2 in terms of top tier offense. So yeah, it just depends what we're talking about. Are we talking about NA regionally, or are we talking about world of Rocket League, like whole world of Rocket League? That's where the conversation changes. But yeah, NRG inside North America, yeah, they're pretty offensive team, because they're simply better than most of the teams they play. But you put them against someone their own size in the the international stage, yeah, they're probably the most defensive team out of the top 10 teams in the world. I'd say NRG are probably the most defensive out of the top 10. But even that leaves a lot to interpretation, because some people think defensive just means where you are on the pitch. Other people would think defensive can incorporate things like decision making and whether or not you challenge or fake challenge, whether you rush challenge or whether you wait for a teammate to come join you, whether you play for the risky pass or whether you just like go for the low 50, you know? There are so many different ways to be aggressive or passive than just where you are on the pitch. It's a much deeper conversation then what's most likely being discussed. One thing that is absolutely correct, I think, with what Sathu tweeted though, is that they are the same team from last year. Like, there's not really much has changed from the way that NRG play the game. I don't think they've really changed much. I think they're very much the same team. So I'm looking for the exact quote. I've got it here. He said, "We are still the same team building on what we've done in the past year." And I agree with that. When I watch NRG now, I see very much the same team as I saw last season. Very much the same playstyle-wise. The main difference to me is more on the execution. I think that last season, NRG, and particularly Beast Mode, executed on a much higher level compared to the competition. This season, NRG and, yeah, especially Beast Mode, who's their main playmaker and main offensive force, have had a lower level of consistency with their execution. So we're seeing them struggling more regionally, perhaps, than last season, where they just dominated for most of the time. And internationally, they're even more defensive than they were last season. So yeah, I think Sathy's right. They haven't really changed it. I don't think they've gone into a TeamSpeak at any point this season and said, guys, we need to really like shore up our defense. We need to counter attack. I don't think that's happened. I think NRG are just continuing to do what they've always done, because they were pretty close to winning Worlds with that style. So why would they completely revamp it? Yeah, now I think that a lot of the teams around them have improved, and NRG have maybe stagnated on the execution side of things. But their strategy is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a defensive team. There's nothing wrong with being a counter-attacking team. I think, as I made a video recently about NRG, I think they maybe just need to make a few tweaks about their priorities when they attack. They don't need massive changes. I think that they probably just need to prioritize the ball more, small boost pads more, big boost pads less. And, you know, pick the more aggressive option every now and then, instead of just being scared to attack at 0-0. Instead of playing for the counter attack at 0-0, try to really go for the risky option every now and then. Keep their opponents guessing more. All right, let's see. So NIP dropping game 1 to KC. Vitality. Oh wow, Vitality are already through. So Vitality are in the top 8 already. Dignitas 1-0 up against GK. Let's watch the second half of this game. And Gentlemates 1-1 with Synergy. I think Gentlemates are probably going to win that without too much difficulty.
That's a shot on target.
Rockley Chris, thanks for 47-month tier 1. He says, loving the Chalk Patreon content. Honestly, putting BDS, decal, and B tier is crazy. If you chatter want to see other terrible takes like this, sub to the Chalkcast Patreon for just $5 a month, 90 bonus episodes and counting. Hashtag ad. Thank you, Rockley Chris. That's absolutely right. Chalkcast Patreon.
Oh my god.
What was the timing?
It's so...
Wait, is that...
all the post hits, though, have been, like...
Is that a...
bangers.
Is that a Bacchus mod thing?
What is this? Okay, the defense crumbling.
I thought something fell in real life.
Don't know how to get things done. Joyo panicked.
Oh, Joyo like tripped to the post. That's unlucky.
See his car.
It's a custom side. It's called Ding Dong.
In the air he
I thought like a pan fell in person. That was so realistic. Alternate crossbar sides. That's so good. That is so good.
Isn't the problem after all? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not the problem. This should be the actual sound. I would like
metal pipe falling.
It
yeah, the audio engineering is on point there. That's so good. Can we get another crossbar, please?
Like maybe if you're a player, hearing that sound effect is more negatively.
You could do custom audio. I love that.
And therefore making you want to not hit the crossbar more. You know what I'm saying? Psychological effect. Get in front of the ball too. A lot of our
some of you are saying that Seth, you elaborated on Reddit. I didn't actually have a chance to read any of that, so I'll have to go read that.
Another one. That's I think
see
the
what
third
you were
or
saying.
Fourth goal line save.
I
mean, you don't want to leave it to that and hope that you can get.
Is that like a?
But I'm at least happy that we're finding it. Yours.
A Reddit thread about his tweet that he put out.
The ceiling, but he didn't need it. The trajectory. And
also, I'd love to
float
hear Rettles elaborate. Right? I think Rettles does this sometimes,
Look,
where he throws out a take like,
exactly
you know,
what he needed to do.
Anyone who thinks X doesn't know anything about Rocket League. Anyone who thinks Y doesn't know anything about Rocket League. And then he never elaborates. Well, he doesn't. I'd love to. I don't ever hear him elaborate. But I'd love to hear him elaborate, because I'm sure he's got something to say on the matter. I'm sure he's not just talking nonsense. But I also think that it is extremely true in the context of global Rocket League that NRG are not just a defensive team, they're the most defensive team. In the top 10 teams in the world, I would say NRG are the most defensive, the most passive, the most counter-attack focused. And that's not a bad thing. I don't know why people get so like defensive about that, ironically. People get defensive about their team getting called defensive. But they've always been like this. I mean, what is there to discuss? This has always been they've always been a defensive team globally. His main point was compared to true defensive teams like Omelette or Old Sonics. Okay, so is he just comparing them to other NA teams then in NA regionals? Because I don't really, I mean, there's not really much to say about that. That's like saying, you know, in NRG against Luminosity from APAC. Like, there's such a skill difference in the teams that there's not really, you can't really tell what the playstyles really are. Who's the most counter-attack defensive team in EU? It's usually, generally, it's usually like, do you guys remember the old EG team? And before that, I think they were German Amigos, if I remember correctly. They were the most defensive and counter-attacky. Guild in RLCS Season X we're pretty counter-attacky right now, but yeah, who's the most German Rocket League team? It's probably like the most German Rocket League team. Yeah, Tox is in MENA right now, so that's not possible. Yeah, Veloce, yeah. Gentlemates before Redosin. Gentlemates were an interesting candidate. I'd say that they were on LAN, they were very unique. The main difference between Gentlemates last season and NRG, formerly G2, is that Gentlemates they didn't actually look like really, you know, counter-attack baiting when it was 0-0. They would always just get a 1-goal lead and then they would do that. They would be up 2-1 and then it would just end, the game would end 2-1. They'd be up like 1-0, the game would end 1-0. But they would definitely have a high defensive line, taking risks with follow-ups, like, you know, very quick follow-ups in offense when the game's tied. It's kind of what led to a lot of their series being so entertaining. Is they played quite volatile Rocket League when it was when the game's in a balance. They weren't just like playing boom ball, wait for mistake at 0-0. Like like is sometimes criticized from like if you watch NRG versus Ultimates, it can sometimes turn into that. It can just turn into boom ball, your turn, my turn, when the match is 0-0, when the score is 0-0. Then finally somebody scores and the game comes to life, but it's a bit snooze fest at 0-0 sometimes. In my opinion.
4 secondes. Allez, Atto. Un flip reset, Itachi. Faut pas qu'elle touche le sol, ça va être dur.
Ouais, malheureusement.
Danger Dawson, thanks to the 38-month tier 1 NIP. Tie the series 1-1. Dignitas are 1-0 up against GK, 1-1 in game 2. Gentlemates have taken game 1 against Synergy. It's also 1-1 in game 2 there. Let's see some Gentlemates. We've not seen a lot of them today. Let's see what's happening. Uplink, thanks for the Prime. McSquirrelay, thank you for the 2-month Prime. Dr. Spino, thanks for the Prime. I'm still trying to find the Sathu Reddit comments. I don't know where the thread is. Yeah, I'm on the main broadcast tomorrow.
Tranquille. Derrière les gars. Il reste encore 3 minutes 20 à jouer.
Probably just have to search Sathu.
C'est quoi le tir?
I don't know why I didn't do that.
Le
oh!
missile, attends, non, mais...
Le missile.
Waouh!
I think we know what that means.
Appuyé, hein.
Bang. Seiko. No nonsense.
23 km/h.
Oh yeah, I find it. So if I search comments for Sathu, maybe we can find out what's going on.
Ok, ça a défendu. Eugene, tu prends le boost. Allez, tu t'occupes de s'il te plaît.
Sometimes NRG versus Ultimate just feels like waiting for Beast Mode or LJ to create something. I think more like First Killer recently, but yeah, I know what you mean. Atomic and First Killer are the two standout players in my opinion online. Missile equals rocket ship. Yeah, I'm aware. Missile, not the most complicated word to understand. Wait, what did I miss? Why are you guys omega lolling it? Seiko.
Aïe aïe aïe. Il nous embête en plus.
Alright.
Ok, c'est bon, juste sur le backboard.
Probably
non
back to KC time. Seen a little bit of that. I think
Il va mettre
it might go the distance.
Ouais.
I think Gentlemates are winning though.
Ils sont
But let's see if
direct
NIP can
sur
hand
les
another
derrière
L
le tard.
to Carmine Corp.
tellement
Carmine Corp on the
rapide, il est
boot camp.
tout
They're
bon.
taking it as seriously as possible. They're down 1-0 against NIP though.
Allez les gars, c'est ok. Ah ouais, un vrai classique. Hein. Ok.
Ultimates plays more defensive than NRG when they play. Ultimates is the most defensive team you feel.
Ok, Drali.
I would disagree. NRG get a lot of counter attacks against Ultimates because Ultimates are taking risks.
Ouais, clairement.
Là, il a dû se mettre bien en confiance.
Playing for the winning 50, playing for the positive outcome a lot in offense and getting caught out.
Qui arrive derrière.
Ouais, Oski qui va repousser ça sur le backboard.
Again, I want to
On est quand même chez eux, mais
I want
Itachi
to
fait le
reiterate,
contrôle ici. Il a
being a
tout le
defensive
loisir de
team is
passer un
there's
joueur.
nothing
On va
wrong
en
with
passer un
that.
deuxième également. Il reste Ato en défense qui va clear ça très fort devant.
The only criticism that I would put towards
Dommage.
NRG and Ultimates as well to some degree. Remember earlier on I said NRG, Ultimates, Carmine Corp are the 3 best defenses in Pro Rocket League right now. I think that out of those 3 defenses, Carmine Corp are the most unpredictable. And it's part of what makes them so hard to play against.
Oui, Ato, la frappe directe, ça va sur
Wow.
la barre. S'il vous plaît.
I mean, this is a bit lucky, I think. Did Vatira
Merci Drali, égalisation.
did Vatira side flip by mistake?
C'est bien là, on
Did he
les a
get
pas
bumped?
laissés jouer, ils avaient pas de boost.
Or did he just go for the bump? I can't really tell if Casey went or if Vatira went for that bump or if he side flipped by mistake and then reacted.
2 minutes 57.
Which team is the most offensive? Falcons by a mile.
Comme s'il y avait 0-0.
By a mile. To a fault,
Drali
I
qui
might
a
add.
foncé sur
To
ses
a
balles pour
fault.
prendre un bon 50, va passer un deuxième joueur.
Falcons are the
Il
most
reste Itachi,
aggressive
malheureusement, full boost.
offensive team.
On est
To
bien.
a fault.
On est bien.
Oh, shot by Atto.
Quelle lecture de la part d'Ato,
Je suis tellement désolé d'avoir douté.
qui va nous donner l'avantage dans ce match.
Oh
Il y a
là
rien,
là.
c'est juste, il a mis un but individuel de fou, Nas, il nous a tué, il nous a fait le cul sur le but, il y a rien, c'est juste un but, il y a rien.
Fury is up there too sometimes.
Quelle lecture d'Ato, c'est
Il
magnifique.
reste dans le match. De toute façon, j'ai vu dans leur visage, ils étaient carrés après le but.
Drali qui se fait démolir par Oski malheureusement. On prend quand même une
So
démotion
someone on
sur
Reddit
la
saying that
statue.
Sathy's calling out the casters. Was Sathy calling out the NARLCS casters? Were they calling NRG
Attention, la
defensive?
contre-attaque, là, il y a eu un
Très
pitch
dangereux.
bizarre.
Is that what
Il y a eu un
happened?
pitch bizarre, Itachi la pop la balle. Il va se retourner, Drali qui va bloquer.
Il faut
Bah,
s'envoler
Chirac
très
s'envole.
vite.
I didn't hear a lot of the
Ah,
commentary,
il y a
so
pas-
I don't know where this came from.
balles, là.
Et non, malheureusement la première touche
Attention, le
était
fake.
pas dingo.
Fait que ça fait mal, mais ça va. Ato a pu.
Bon, la démolition nous arrange pas du tout là-dessus.
Milani Pani, thanks to the prime.
Qui fait son boulot.
Welcome to the channel.
Du temps, cette balle elle flotte encore, on va lui sauter dessus.
Ah, ils attaquent comme des fous là. Ils attaquent comme des
Attention,
fous.
la frappe de Nas, il y a Oski qui va revenir à la charge. C'est bloqué, Vatira. Il a un peu de boost là pour travailler, très peu de boost même.
Oui,
Mais jouer un 50, c'est
excellent,
bien, c'est bien,
excellent.
super.
Avec 10 de boost, c'est splendide.
Do you guys think that they take it personally? Do you think NRG take it
dommage.
personally, being called passive, defensive?
Allez, il faut revenir là.
Do you think Sathy takes it personally to have his team called passive and defensive?
Drali, il a récupéré du boost, c'est bien. Attention, Nas, Drali. Oh, la passe de Nas, c'est magnifique.
Il est dingo. Oh, le
I
punch,
think
dommage,
they,
pas très fort.
I think they probably do.
C'était un
I think they probably do. I don't know why, but I think they do, based on that Sathy tweet.
Vatira.
But I don't think they should, though. Yeah, I don't see why they would take that personally.
On se bat là dans ce milieu de terrain là. Grosse bousculade au milieu de terrain pour savoir qui va
But yeah,
avoir les prochaines
I
occasions.
mean, if we want to talk about, you know,
Voler cette balle. Allez, est-ce qu'on peut passer?
who knows what, who knows ball, like,
Démolition.
Ouais, il va nous démolir donc l'attaque va être un peu.
I think it's less about, I think in this conversation it's less about knowing ball and less about, like, who knows what they're talking about.
Faut aller la chercher,
It's
hein.
more about who actually understands the definitions of the words than anything else.
Ah, ils vont trouver le
I
trou
think
dans
that
la
some people are just
défense,
struggling
ils
to
vont trouver ce
understand
trou sur la passe.
how widely encompassing the words aggressive, passive, offensive, defensive are, and they're thinking about them in very specific terms,
De 2.
in
Ils ont trouvé le but, bien joué.
very specific regions, and that's what they need to revise on.
Là, c'était la situation parfaite hein, côté NIP pour trouver l'égalisation.
On n'arrivera pas à
But
passer le
unless you
joueur,
couldn't
la
tell,
petite
yeah,
touche de la part
I
de
do
Nas pour
absolutely
remettre
think that
la balle dans une
NRG
zone de
are
danger pour
the
nous.
most,
On va
I'm
pas
going to keep
face
saying,
à
they're the
Oski.
most passive
C'est
and the
lui,
most
Itachi qui
defensive
s'envole encore une fois pour jouer un
team
50, ça
in
repart
the
de
top
l'autre
10
côté
teams
complètement.
worldwide.
Est-ce qu'on a- Non, on n'a pas le temps.
And I don't
malheureusement.
think that's really a hot take. I think that's a cold take. I think they've been that. for ages. And
to
act surprised by that take or act like it's a crazy take is either delusional or moving the goalpost or something.
Oski, il a rien, les gars, il a rien. On l'a laissé jouer, dommage. Vatira.
Passive is a hot take? I don't think so. I think they're pretty passive. Listen, there's nothing aggressive about taking a boost when that's free. Like, taking 100 boosts when it's there is not aggressive. It's not like, ooh, you know, wow. Can you believe they did that? Wow, they're so aggressive. They took the totally free boost. Aggressive is like when you go for a bum rush challenge that the other team might see coming. Aggressive is like going for the outplay instead of the air dribble 50. You might get dunked on, but hey, gonna go for it anyway. That's aggressive. Like if we're talking aggressive versus passive, you need options. There needs to be options. I would argue that it's more aggressive to not steal the 100 boost, instead to just stay in the play with low boost in a more active position instead of stealing the 100 and rotating out. That's passive, generally. But you need there to be decisions. Like we need to talk. What are we talking about here? Shot. Oh my goodness. NIP 2-1.
Ah, ils sont bons les salauds.
En fait, on était proche, mais pas assez proche, ce qui fait que derrière la contre-attaque, elle est tout droit.
Carmine Corp actually in trouble. NIP beat them in the Swiss, and they might beat them again. That would put Carmine Corp here. They'd have to play against Immunity or Dopamine. Hopefully Dopamine.
Ah là, ils nous ont fait
up against KC in an elimination match.
C'était très difficile de respirer. La démo sur Drali qui était gainée, ça nous a pas du tout aidé pour nous relancer. Et ouais, aujourd'hui, ils sont très très chauds aujourd'hui. Généralement, il y a effectivement toujours un petit joueur qui est en dessous chez Ninjas in Pyjamas dans leur match.
Dig are losing.
Ils sont au max.
Wow, okay, hold on a second. Dig are losing. Is this updated? Is this the right score? 1-1? Or is it already 2-1?
On a perdu un match depuis le début de la saison contre eux.
C'est clair, c'est clair.
But again, like Rod Greg, like what are we talking about here? Are you talking about within NA or are you talking about globally? Because I was talking earlier about this. If people are talking about it just North American RLCS regionals, then I'm not interested. I don't care about that. I'm talking about on a global scale, where do NRG rank in terms of aggression, offensive, defensive? That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about NA RLCS because it's not relevant. Like in NA RLCS, there's a skill difference in a lot of matchups, and playstyle doesn't really play a factor. So I don't know if people are getting confused about that. I'm not comparing NRG to, who was it you guys were saying earlier? Sonics? Omelette?
On va même se faire passer, il reste à toi en défense qui a le ballon.
What are we doing?
Tout seul dessus.
I think there's a conversation there. The only thing that matters for NRG is like their playstyle globally.
Gros pinch pour relancer cette balle, mais il nous la redonne, hein. Il nous la redonne avec ce pinch. Ato en reset, Ato qui passe, Ato, dommage, il y a le retour de Nas. Vatira qui arrive, là il peut envoyer un missile, Vatira. Double arrêt.
Les deux ont sauté, Itachi il a pas de boost, il fait ce qu'il peut pour défendre.
But yeah, I mean, if people want to talk about that, I can talk about it. When I say I don't want to talk about it, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I should say, like, I haven't been talking in that context. When I speak about this, I'm speaking in a global context. I'm thinking NRG, KC, Falcons, Vitality, Twisted Minds, Furia, Ultimates. That's the list. Maybe you can throw in like some other EU teams, NIP, Dig, GK. But you know, when we're talking top 10 teams in the world, that's like the teams that I'm thinking about. And in that list, yeah. I don't think it's. I think it's kind of obvious now. Where NRG are on the aggression and the offense scale.
Ouais, ça vient bloquer.
Oh, that's up.
Le ballon qui est pop.
Good read by Oski.
Tout le monde, il reste Drali en défense.
Who would win, Falcons or NRG? I reckon NRG would win Game 7. I mean, they did, so.
Ce duel était super important parce que Vatira était out.
But no, truth be told, by the time that they play again, it's very dependent on who's made better adjustments. I think both those teams need to make adjustments.
pousse Nas, c'est bon, on va tirer.
In preparation for International Rocket League.
Il va fake là parce qu'il a pas de boost, Atto. Ouais, cette
oui,
balle
c'est
elle
dans,
fuit.
c'est dans,
Cette
non,
balle
Wait a
elle
minute.
fuit, cette balle elle
Let's in.
Magnifique, Atto. Va avoir besoin
I love
de ça
the delay
aujourd'hui,
on
les
the
gars. Va avoir
reaction
besoin de
here.
ça
They're not
aujourd'hui.
sure if it's in or not. They're like, wait a minute.
Magnifique.
Hold on.
Je vais pas l'avoir, Itachi, il a tout donné, mais trop court.
On prend. C'est pas
Why
grave.
on earth would you want Falcons to defend?
0, le kick-off. Atto Itachi, c'est Oski.
What do you mean? What, you think Falcons should just leave their net open whenever the other team takes a shot?
Sur le backboard.
La double tape, la triple
Questionable.
tape,
I'm not sure
dommage.
about that.
Non.
They might be in trouble if they do that.
Je pense.
Pas grave, Nas. Il a du boost, il voit tout le terrain. Il va se faire cut par Vatira tout de même. Bien joué Vatira ça. Quelqu'un y va, Drali. Quelqu'un il veut jouer le bump sur Drali Nas. C'est bien ce que je me disais. C'est pas retourné sur la balle.
Falcons need to work on their
Vatira en
defense,
défense.
just as NRG need to work on, I think, their unpredictability in offense and their execution in offense.
Il réussit à gêner encore.
Some of their decision making in offense as well.
Quelques flips, va tirer à la défense.
But I mean, if you want more information on that, I made a video about it on YouTube. Talked about some stats. Nothing too complicated, but yeah, NRG are very big on the big boost pads. Stealing big boost pads, playing on big boost pads. You compare that to Carmine Corp, not the same. Not the same. KC are one of the most small pad focused teams in the world, if not the most in the top teams.
Outspeed Oski, il avait pas de boost en plus. Itachi se retrouve tout seul sans boost. Récupérer un full. 1-0, 1 minute 19. Atto en 2 temps peut-être. Nas qui pousse.
Yeah, Falcons are the opposite. They need to.
Oh!
Balle,
mais du coup,
what?
sur cette balle.
Yeah, Falcons need to like stop panicking in defense. Did Drali land on this?
Non, c'est Drali.
Je crois que c'est Drali, ouais. Ouais, c'est Drali.
He just lands on it and it's in his own net.
Ouais.
NIP, match point, one more goal and they're in.
Quoi qu'il arrive. On devait toucher là. On devait toucher. Drali, au contrôle. Minute de jeu. Ok, Drali qui passe.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising that, I mean, Rule 1 we're so known for their defense that you switch one player, you put TRK in and they're just like a different team. The Twins suddenly are part of the most aggressive roster. But yeah, when it comes to 3v3, like the individual defensive capabilities, shot stopping, goalkeeping, and for Was. Oh, it's in! Like, Falcons have got some crazy defense capabilities. But as a unit, as a team, their strategy and defense is very bad. They stack the back corner, they double commit, triple commit. They create volatility in their own defensive end when it would make more sense to just control the game. Oh, good turn by Vatira. Look at this on the turn.
En fait, avec la démo, je voyais un joueur de Nip arriver.
Demo turn.
En fait, Vatira a eu le temps de se retourner.
Little side flip.
De le crocheter et de terminer l'action et de faire le break. Un peu d'air, on peut respirer.
But the main like word I would use to describe the like NRG Ultimate's KC defense is composure. They're just composed. Compare that to Falcons. No composure. It's just like panic stations everywhere. But then their offense is so good, their mechanics are so good that they're still able to play everybody close. The important thing for teams though, like Falcons with their offense and NRG with their defense, is they need to find a way to just tweak things. Because it's not like you need to make massive changes at this level. All teams are kind of doing the same things in lots of ways. So it's about making the right tweaks. By the way, GK 2-1 up in series and in game 4. Synergy completely tied 1-1-1-1 with Gentlemates. I'm surprised by that. I thought Gentlemates were going to win this more easily.
C'est cool. L'impression qu'il était sur l'action offensive et
yeah, it would be a bad idea, and I don't think that there's any danger of this happening. But it would be a bad idea for NRG to completely change their identity. They just need to make some small tweaks. Same thing for Falcons. They just need to make some small tweaks. They don't want to change their team's identity as a hyper aggressive team. They just need to make some defensive tweaks, but keep the overall playstyle the same. Alright, wow. Okay, so Gentlemate's up 1. We're gonna go back to the. You know, listen to some subpar. I mean, I'm enjoying the Carmine Carp. We listened to some subpar earlier, my boys. But the Carmine Carp reactions are just hilarious.
C'est bien. Chercher un bump dans les cages. Du moins, il a essayé.
New BDS are out. Kukin is looking next for the 38-month tier 1.
Il a envoyé un missile.
Wasn't Falcons previously the best defensive team in the world? What happened? You might be thinking about Rule 1. Falcons have never been known for their defense. Any iteration of the roster. They've always been, like Sandro Gaming followed by Falcons, they've always been just the most aggressive team. Offensive focused teams.
On va devoir respecter Nas sur sa touche qui nous la rend un petit peu, ça nous arrange, on n'aura pas le read.
Yeah, the effort on the KC view party is amazing. Bootcamp, face cams, treating it like a Champ Sunday already.
Drali, il va se retourner, se bloquer par Itachi, c'est bien. En 2 temps, encore.
Oh! Drali ran out of boost. Oh, that was such a relatable attempt.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
On va tenter la démo, viens gêner, j'aime bien.
Je pense que vous voulez la mettre un petit piqué là.
Bonne démo ça.
1 minute 40, il y a encore beaucoup de temps dans ce match. J'aimerais bien qu'on fasse le break. J'aimerais bien qu'on fasse le break maintenant. J'aimerais bien qu'on fasse le break.
Oh!
Vatira! Let's go!
Incroyable.
Incroyable. Ceiling, double, reset.
C'est excellent.
2-0.
Il l'a déposé.
Looking like they're gonna go through. You know why Kamito is casting Rocket League today? Did I hear the Valorant drama? I did not hear the Valorant drama. I don't know what that means. Happy Danny, thanks for the 82-month tier 1. That is absolutely absurd. It's nearly 7 years. That is a long time. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's hear the Valorant drama. What's going on? What does that mean?
Ça va sur la gouttière, dommage.
Attention à Nas, j'aime pas ce qui se passe.
Ok, c'est
bien.
Dégagé par Drali, on peut respirer.
Oh, by the way,
qui vient frapper ça fort. Ato, il premier dessus, on aime bien. C'est
oh, nice shot. Bang, 3-0. Great shot.
Oh là là,
GK top 6. Are GK gonna win? Over dig again. GK. Oh wow, GK are 4-1 up. Oh, hold on, 4-2. Late comeback maybe. Hold on. Let's see. Can Dignitas get the late comeback?
When they're down by more,
they need a kickoff to go their way here.
Kinda lock in.
Let's see what people are saying about Valorant while we watch this. Valorant pros were using the League of Legends PCs, but Valorant needs better PCs, so they had lag spikes, etc. And the league didn't want to replace the PCs, so the players went on strike.
I like the air dribble flip reset over one player.
Fair enough.
Nice follow up. Abjack.
For some reason I didn't mention this before yet. Oli's back in the Batmobile, so of course they're winning.
Does look pretty good.
Why was he not in the Batmobile the major?
The whole series? We needed to play with this intensity the entire time. We expected to take a win.
Yeah, I did watch Sunless Khan's most recent. Stizzy left the match early. Stizzy left.
And we're gonna have to get.
Are you allowed to do that? Is Stizzy fined?
I'm not calling it quits though.
Is that a fine? He left 2
GK.
seconds early.
The rivalry continues to grow.
Wow, GK win over Dig. Dig are gonna need to win in lower bracket. They're gonna play against JJ Rocks. That's the full Spanish team, marked by 8 Steak and Rixie. Not a super fun matchup. And Dopamine are going to play against NIP if Carmi Carp continue to close this one out, which it very much looks like they will. Gentlemates are up 2-1 on Synergy as they look to continue to advance.
Et d'avancer dans le jeu.
What team do I think has the highest peak? Carmi Carp. But since that's the obvious answer, I think the second highest peak is probably Falcons.
Belle défense de la part de Drali.
Because yeah, in Rocket League, offense wins. When offense peaks against defense peak, offense wins. So I think Falcons number 2. I don't know who I'd say number 3. It becomes a bit wishy-washy.
Toujours 3 buts d'avance. On est censé être tranquille.
On est bien installé.
Mais tout est possible sur Rocket League.
Yeah, last season as well, everybody was saying Falcons Peak is ridiculous.
Allez,
And
c'est reparti.
it's true.
Dans
When
cette
Falcons
course,
peak, they
effectivement,
look
on a 3
completely
buts d'avance.
unplayable, much like KC do this
Ça
season.
va vite.
Those are the two teams who just didn't look
Attention au ski là, qui a un
playable.
peu
Actually, I guess we
par
have
dessus
BDS
Atto,
at the end of the
tenter le
season
punch
were
sur le deuxième joueur,
kind
ça
of
va pas passer.
insane
Il y a 2
as
joueurs qui
well.
ont déjà sauté, c'est un deuxième but.
Les gars, ça va vite sur Rocket League.
And it seems like any team Monkey Moon's on towards the end of a season, when they're fully in sync, just look unplayable as well. So yeah, BDS last season, Falcons, now KC.
Allez, c'est parti.
Definitely the highest
kick-off,
peaks that we've
Draghi, ça
seen
part de notre côté. On est au contrôle, tout va bien.
in the past year.
Atto qui va prendre une première touche, il va jouer le 50 contre Nas, c'est neutralisé, milieu de terrain magnifique.
Super, super.
When NRG peaks, it's over.
Itachi.
I mean, I know you guys aren't going to like to hear this, but not really, because defense doesn't win in Rocket League. Defense loses in Rocket League. It always loses. When offense peaks, the defense loses. The defensive team loses.
Ouais, très bon rush.
But luckily, offense doesn't always peak. Sometimes you're able to run into a team who are just playing a little bit flat, and then NRG's got such a high floor that they're obviously. I think NRG's the opposite of a peaking team. I think their ceiling and their peak is obviously very good, but they're more about the high floor on a Champ Sunday. They've got like the most consistency for the past year. That's why they were able to make a grand final streak of I can't even remember how many events. It was so many.
Allez, on repousse ça et c'est terminé.
Yeah, they're about like the floor. Energy disrespect. I'm sorry you feel disrespected about that, but that's just the facts. If you find the truth disrespectful, then that's unfortunate. That's tough.
Bien joué à Itachi et sa team parce qu'ils ont été bien chiants.
Ils nous ont fait peur de malade. Enfin, moi, ils m'ont fait peur, honnêtement. J'étais en mode quand même, tu vois.
Franchement, ils nous ont fait vivre des émotions.
I found a Sathu comment, by the way, that's quite interesting. From the Reddit. Extended discussion about his own. Okay, Gentlemates win against Synergy, so they're through. Carmi Corp are through. We're still following NIP and Dig, who are going to be in the lower bracket. Sathu replied to a comment and said, in a vacuum with KC or in form Falcons, we'd obviously be seen as more defensive. And compared to points from last season, the same could be said. I read that verbatim, so that's like that's what he had to say, like an extension. It's a super long comment though, so I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But yeah, he did say, in a vacuum with KC or Falcons, he'd obviously be seen as more defensive. So, I mean, yeah, it is obvious. This is what I've been saying. Like, I don't know why people are acting like it's a crazy take to like call NRG defensive or passive when, yeah, if you look at them against like the other best teams in the world, it's absolutely the case. Can I manage to cast a single game? I'm not casting today, so no, not happening. We're just watching along, seeing what's happening in the matches, seeing how the event is gonna go. KDOP is up against NIP.
BSK, c'est qui déjà?
I don't know who's casting for him today, but yeah, KDOP up against NIP. Subpar, casting the NIP match. Dignitas are playing against JJ Rocks. It's a full Spanish team against Dig. 100% Smoky Bacon Association's gone to game 5. After 100% started off the day really well, they're now like in a game 5. For their life. Wait, this is RIP. 100% RIP. I think 100% are out. Wow, Smoky Bacon Association. Eliminate 100%. Smokes, Matane, and Compact just sent 100% out of the tournament. And that was after 100% took NIP to game 5 earlier. They actually were in an overtime with a shot to win it in 4. Insane. I mean, this is kind of what I was saying about like EU RLCS earlier on though. Like this can happen to you. NIP, game 5 with Carmine Corp, game 5 with 100%, 100%, game 5 with the Smoky Bacon Association. You're last. You know? Like there's just so many stacked matches in these tournaments. It's easy to just get eliminated Fast Forward, Smoky Bacon, Synergy, BSK. I'm excited to see BSK doing well. Full French roster of Rusty's, Mozzarella, and Pisky. Who do you guys think wins that? Who do you guys think wins that? BSK against Synergy. Synergy having a pretty good event so far. AJG, Dorito, Rizix. I think BSK could win, you know. If you look at who Synergy played, they played against Fast Forward, Tiqual, and then they also played against a couple of like lower rated teams, Bills, Balls, and Cloud Esport. Whereas BSK were able to beat 100% in Swiss. It's a big win. They did lose to Pickup FC though. Not a big win. Yeah, it's probably Synergy though, isn't it? It's probably Synergy. It'd be cool to see BSK or, I mean, AJG or Rust Easy's making a top 8, which is pretty cool. Then you've got Dignitas and NIP fighting in it in the mix. Guys, I'm gonna really quickly run ads when we're back. We're gonna watch the NIP series, the Dig series. They're just about to get started, so see you in a few minutes if you do get ads. Happy Danny, thanks for the 82 month again. Appreciate that. Cookins Lucan, thanks for the 38 month tier 1. Remember, guys, to check and see if your Prime is available. Thoughts on Rust Easy? A lot of potential. I'm excited to see more from him. There they are. Freddy Bushboy, thanks to 29 month Prime. Choco Beam with a 3 month tier 1. And L Gurus with a 9 month Prime. Oh, interesting Sathu comment here. Interesting Sathu comment. I'm looking through the Reddit to see what else he said. Somebody said, I think, this is somebody replying to Sathu, said, I think the point most people are making is that amongst their peers, NRG is the most defensive in the world. And then he lists Ultimates, Falcons, KC, Furia, Vitality, and of the top teams within NA, SSG, Ultimates, NRG, Complexity, Gen G, maybe with the exception of Complexity. Sathy replies to that and says, I firmly disagree with that first point. So he disagrees with this. Then someone else asks him, which team out of Furia, Ultimates, Falcons, KC, or Vitality is more defensive than NRG? Sathy says, Ultimates without a doubt. Would also argue Vitality when they're playing against top tier teams who are able to sustain pressure. They can absorb and break out well. Wait. Vitality? Then brackets. When they're playing against top tier teams who are able to sustain pressure, they can absorb and break out well. So he means that they're counterattacking? Others a lot more comparable. KC more offensive. Wait, comparable? So when he says others a lot more comparable, does he mean that Falcons and Furia are comparable to NRG in terms of who is more defensive? No, he can't be mean. There's no way he means that. That can't be what he means. There's no comparison. Mispronouncing it. Am I saying this wrong? He says, okay, Sathy says Ultimates are without a doubt more defensive than NRG. He'd also argue Vitality are more defensive than NRG. And then he says others a lot more comparable, KC more offensive. I don't know. I don't know if he forgot Falcons. Maybe he didn't read Falcons properly. Daniel's one of the best defensive players in the game. Good joke. I mean, I can't tell if you guys are trolling in chat. Of course Daniel's one of the best defensive players in the game. Who do you guys say are the best defensive players right now? If you have to pick 3 players from different teams. Who would you choose? I reckon everybody's picking Daniel, and everybody's picking Vatira, and then you've got one more spot for someone. Rawas maybe, but yeah, Rawas right now on Falcons, bit chaotic, bit nervous at times in defense, panicky. But on another roster, yeah, I mean, we've seen what Rawas did on Rule 1, so probably, yeah, people are still going to throw Rawas in there. I'm just reading through another few comments. It seems like Sathy's initial tweet was in response, like, this is my summary on the situation. I think Sathy tweeted initially in response to a handful of, you know, people who had a knee-jerk reaction to NRG losing once badly in their own region, because obviously they lost to Gen G, and that probably resulted in a knee-jerk reaction by a vocal minority criticizing NRG's performance. And then Sathy most likely tweeted in response to that, but his word choice in the tweet was very general, so people are taking that to mean that he doesn't think NRG are particularly defensive or passive on a global scale, when obviously they are. So I don't know. I imagine there's probably a lot more points that people like me and Sathy agree on in this conversation than it sounds. Why is he responding to that? I don't know. I'm a bit surprised. I'm a bit surprised that they seem to be taking the playstyle comments personally. There's even some comments popping up about referencing that could be like casters talking about it. I know Gibbs talks about NRG being a defensive team a lot. I don't know if any of the other casters did. I do because they are on a global scale. But yeah, I don't know I don't know what the confusion is about. It's like pretty like, I don't know. It's pretty like low tier drama in my opinion. Where the coaches arguing about that stuff on Reddit, Twitter anyway? I don't know. I'm not sure. They must just be bored. If the coaches train a lot on all these attacks, you can see why they would be a little hurt. Maybe. I just feel like they should be way above all that though. Like, why do you care what somebody replying on Twitter is saying, or somebody in Twitch chat or YouTube comments, or I don't know, Reddit? Like, number one advice I give to a lot of young players in RLCS and in Rocket League is to not take anything social media says personally. Honestly, not even to bother reading it, because it's not going to help you. I say this to new casters as well. But obviously when you have more experience, these aren't new players. These are experienced players and experienced people. Then you understand what's going to affect you and what's not going to affect you. So they must not think it's going to affect them if they're reading and responding to it. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't respond to that if I was in that situation. If you think you know something that they don't know, that's a good thing. Defensive is seen as negative most of the time in RLCS though. Yeah, I guess so. The only reason I think that being defensive should be seen as negative is because historically and currently it doesn't seem to win. Like, if you just look at all of the teams who have won throughout history in Rocket League, it's usually the aggressive teams who are winning. Because defense can give you a high floor, but you're eventually going to get peaked on by somebody who's taking more risks. It's just the way that Rocket League works. You want to be the team putting pressure on the opponents. Do early stream and fast forward SBO. I'm waiting for NIP to start or Dignitas. Okay, here we go. Dignitas started.
Forgotten, and it will not be in vain. Oh my goodness, Yoris, banger shot.
They've got
crazier save though.
A fart sound in the post.
It looks like Dignitas are more comfortable already.
Do you guys? Do you guys hear the?
Be a different game than the one against GK.
Do you guys hear the post?
Abject
custom
by
sound?
himself. Oh my word. Now this is where you want to be.
Of course they've got a fart noise in there.
This is what I'm talking about. I've got confidence. I'm back. We're back.
Stop yapping. I lost to John Sandman.
1-0, baby.
Yeah, that's fair. No way, I beat John Sandman. What do you mean? That's not fair at all.
3v1. Genuinely insane. And there's
thoughts on the Sunless video
sauce that I wanted to see.
Out
of
he put okay. Sunless made a video. I've talked about it just briefly a couple times. He made a video about who the goats of Rocket League are.
And we'll see if we can build on that momentum.
And he put 7 names in the conversation.
An initial goal like that,
which I think is 4 too many.
Series, that's definitely going to help relieve
I think there are only 3 names in the conversation at the moment.
Discomfort.
Those names are Turbo, K-Dop, and Monkey Moon. I think that's it. No one else is close to those guys when you're talking about GOAT conversation.
Clears. I think.
But if you want to expand it to, let's say, top 7 players of all time, because that's what he has done. He's picked his 7 greatest players of all time.
And just, passing between each other.
Then I don't think that he picked the right 7. I think that Garrett G needs to be in there. I think Violent Panda has to be in there.
If we use that too much, it gets a little bit scary. We're getting bumps. Steak
like he picked great players. All the players he picked were great. But Kronovi isn't a top 7 player of all time. And Zen also is not a top 7 player of all time yet. So I think you don't include Kronovi or Zen. I think you need to put Garrett and Panda in there ahead of them. And if you want to include another newer generation player, I think you'd have to go with Atomic, actually, from NA. I think Atomic is racking up a lot of achievements over many seasons now. So if you're going to chuck someone else into the mix, it would be him or Vatira, not Zen. Zen needs more. He's not been around long enough.
The entire scene. Also, did you guys
see my top 7 all time?
I think it's a W. The money that's
the top 3 in no particular order is obviously K-Dot, Monkey Moon, and Turbo. After that, I think it becomes
the money that's going into
interesting. I think you definitely have Garrett in the next 4. You definitely have Garrett and Violent Panda. I think that they absolutely belong.
It's wide open shot
in the next group. They might even be number 4 and 5 in some order.
Looks like we're gonna get the tied up goal.
And honestly, if I was gonna pick more after that,
all the money
I'd keep Justin. I think Justin is a top 7 all time.
What? You think I'm cheap?
So that's 6.
Oh, you think I'm a cheap
K-Dot, Monkey Moon, Turbo.
Because I talk about my hemorrhoids.
Garrett, Panda, Justin. Then I think number 7, you've got to choose between Vatira, Atomic, or Squishy. I would probably go Vatira.
What other unique commentary?
And then if you're going to round out the top 10 all time, that's where you add in.
Oh my goodness, that shot was
Atomic, Squishy.
Under 2 minutes. Air dribble opportunity.
Probably J-Naps.
50-50. The corner. Ball's trying to trickle out in the midfield off the left post, and we're gonna get the follow-up.
This is the dumbest, but also the greatest plug-in I've ever seen.
Challenge from Stizzy. If we're winning challenges, it just sets up so much more.
Every time there's a post, it just grabs a random side.
Explosion, and you know that
from the selected list. I love it.
The Hemi's a serious issue.
Vatira above Squishy all time. I mean, I'd think so. Yeah. I think probably.
Thanks, dude. I love being the Etsy caster.
What do you guys think?
I love being the Etsy
V in chat for Vatira, S in chat for Squishy. I think Vatira has accumulated a pretty impressive resume.
Mark by A, tough angle.
He's getting up there.
Saves.
I think I would go Vatira.
But we just cannot get the follow-up. We had a double commit. Yoris and Stizzy both jumped. If that didn't happen, we would have had
It's pretty
an
close though.
earlier
It's not like
challenge
clear.
after the fall.
I'd say Vatira, yeah.
Pain. Simple little mistakes. Simple little mistakes.
Like and yeah, I'm including dream hacks and stuff like that. I still think Vatira.
All right, come on.
Yeah, the old world championships were twice a year.
Going for bumps. That's how you know we're
They're
desperate.
kind of equivalent to current majors.
Rotation.
Like old world championships are kind of equivalent to current majors. Because
oh, double tap.
Oh,
my. Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, between majors and worlds, you get 3 events per year now.
Have to hear? It's so perfect. I think the fart noise is still just the best. What's your favorite?
So yeah, Vatira winning 3 majors is pretty much the same as winning 3 worlds.
Dropping
old worlds.
I bet there's somebody.
The old style worlds. Monkey Moon's 2 modern worlds are like kind of the same as Turbo Pulse's 4 worlds. When worlds was twice a year, it was twice as easy.
We took the corner boost, applying
as current worlds. Because now Worlds is once a year, and in the open era, Rocket League is simply much harder
with some time
to win.
The ball doesn't hit the ground. Follow-up wasn't there. It actually looked like there was a chance.
Yeah, I kind of look at modern-day majors as similar in terms of greatness to pre-open era World Championships.
Who will start to build momentum?
That's just how I think about them.
And get that first
as someone who's watched Rocket League since the beginning. That's how I feel about majors now. I rank them pretty high.
Yoris, shot was
his fart noise is goated. I like the pots and pans, or was it the pipe as well?
One.
That was a good one.
That was saved from Abject. Our accuracy isn't horrible.
What did everyone decide FIFA E was?
Good. Guys, what is happening?
I think FIFA E.
How do we still have pressure?
Going into the event, I expected it to be kind of like an esports World Cup level of importance.
Just goes right back.
But when I was at the event and I saw how much it mattered to all the players, and when I saw
this time we are
the level of play,
setting up. Hopefully the
I'm putting it pretty close to majors actually. I think FIFA E was a really impactful event, really important event.
That is massive.
Just seeing how much it meant to all the players, players who are like making it into top 8, celebrating with their entire region.
Thank you, Abject. I love you. Shot on target. Now he should be able to get demo.
Just the level in the top 4, France, Morocco, Saudi, like it was a crazy event.
2 players. Where's the follow-up? Stizzy.
So I was really impressed. Didn't expect that though. I thought it was going to be like a much more low-key and
it looks like we're just waiting
for a fun event.
Mistake, something. They're going to fall. They're going to crack under this pressure. You'd at least assume they would. Stizzy. Another backboard attempt. Too obvious.
It's a match that Dignitas absolutely have to win if they want to keep their split alive, by the way. Too many good teams in Europe to go at 9th and still make a major now. They really need this.
Abject, I think, has had a really, of all 3 players, I think Abject's looked the best. I don't know how comfortable he's really been on the rotations.
Is FIFA E going to be yearly? I don't know.
It could be awkward with the rotations, but in terms of the mechs and influencing some opportunities, he's been right there.
Saved by Mark by 8.
Another crossbar and out. You keep hearing that fart noise, man.
Yeah, the entire like South American region plus Portugal, Spain, like all of the Latin, all the Spanish and Portuguese,
the fact that I know
language speakers,
dude, you're
just crowding around Raiseville when Chile advanced to top 8 was one of the. That was like one of the most
fart noise. I know exactly
insane things I've ever seen at a Rocket League LAN. I've never seen such a collective celebration like that. And yeah, the photo is like accidental renaissance. It's insane. Raiseville just standing there, surrounded by everyone.
Right, come on.
Yeah, it's moments like that that make you realize how much events matter. Because not like Esports World Cup, Rocket League Majors, even RLCS Worlds haven't been able to create that kind of camaraderie and that kind of like
flip reset
situation.
The noise for just a second.
That's just what National Rocket League does. It's what National anything does. Another good save by Mark by 8.
What a save. The defense right now.
Put him in the defensive dream team.
AJ rocks.
Daniel, Vatira, Mark by 8.
Scary. I just don't want us to get too desperate. We have in the past.
Might come in EWC. I don't know.
Out of desperation.
They're usually like quite late with the organization for casters and stuff.
Continue to
so I'll have to wait and
take
see.
A couple of stabs at the net. One mistake surely will present itself.
It feels like Dig are going to win this, but they are running into a lot of resistance.
That'd be something.
From JJ Rocks. They've got to be careful here.
Abjack hasn't been.
NIP getting on. This game's going on a long time. Okay, NIP 5-2 Dopamine.
The longer this clock
in game 1
continues to count up, the more pressure these players will feel.
Mark is a former world champ in the sense that he got it as a sub. He is a major champion.
With the defense, though. And that's a shot. Another
by
one saved. This goal line. You just can't get past them.
Is missed on the all-defense squad. What, all-time all-defense squad?
Feels like a
nah,
metapod.
It's too hard to get onto that squad.
Like
all-time all-defense squad. Who makes the list, guys? Who makes the list for all-time all-defense?
Can't seem to do any damage. As I say that, there's Abjack.
Torment.
Some type of demo.
Gibbs.
And look at what happens. It
Hux.
looks a little shaky. Rotations.
I think all-time all-defense.
A bit slower.
It's hard not to put Torment in there. Torment is a great pick.
Almost an entire extra game of Rocket League. There it is.
What is going on in this game?
We had a follow-up maybe if somebody crashed the net, but
I think Cuxer 97 is a great choice. Yeah, Scrub Kill is a good nomination actually.
Follow-up over the player. Still. Come on, man. Come on.
Missed greater than Torment.
Cat, who's it going to be?
No.
Who's going to break through?
For all-time defense?
I think it's going to be an Abjack.
Torment by miles.
I have a feeling. I have a weird
Mist was great in NA, but yeah, and he won a DreamHack. But Torment, it doesn't hold a candle to what Torment did. Torment got totally justified World's MVP, largely because of his defense.
That's okay, because Stizzy, perfect positioning.
Current form marked by 8, yeah. Oh, he's in trouble here though, Mark. Another great save.
Dude, please.
Another counter-attack.
So many shots.
Oh, cut off by Stizzy.
Saved last second.
Great cut by Stizzy. Maybe a bit telegraphed in the infield pass by Mark by 8.
An absolute banger. An accurate top corner slot.
Yeah, Mark farming an epic save there as well. Let the ball get nice and close to the net for the bonus 10 points.
High quality.
But yeah, okay, we're putting Torment in the all-time defensive team,
somehow
top 3.
Them, which even then, haven't seen too many opportunities.
Oh, that didn't register.
Might have been it. I don't think Stizzy
didn't register the crossbar.
The whiff on the backboard.
Do we put Cuxer in there for the all-time defensive team? Do we put him in?
Nobody's up early. Oh man, this is literally just versus the defense. If we're gonna lose this game, it feels like it's.
I don't think we put anyone from the BDS rosters who won Worlds. I don't think we put in anyone from the Vitality team who won Worlds.
Mark's a crazy defender. I mean,
I think that it used to be more back in the day. It used to be way more common to have like a really defensive like player on the team, like a true third man.
This is what I was talking about. We're getting too eager, too desperate.
Oh!
I knew it was coming, dude.
Rixie 9 saves, Mark 8. What on earth was this game?
Oh, that hurts.
They just played Defense Simulator, but Dignitas really never scored. Wow.
To have all of the pressure.
Dig will feel like they threw that. They had so many chances, and they just kept on hitting goalkeepers. Like Mark had some insane pre-jump saves, so look at this. 6, 9, and 8. They had 23 saves. Jack and Jory had 27 shots between them.
If we go down 2,
1,200 point game, 1,000 points, 900 points. Hey, what defense does is it farms points per game. Saves, gets so many points. That is insane. How did Dignitas lose this? They had 31 shots, and they lost.
Dude, that.
They had 31 shots and they lost. Hit up the training packs, boys.
Why retire?
Shooting practice.
He was making top 16s, needed the right.
Did it anyway. That's more annoying.
That's insane. How did they lose that?
That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I'm gonna announce my retirement.
But yeah, guys, it might be time for a new GOAT pyramid. Shall I make a new GOAT pyramid video? I've not done one in a while. It's been a while. A lot of people are saying last time I made a GOAT pyramid, I made too many layers on the pyramid. I did top 50 GOAT pyramid. So I'm taking that criticism and I'm shoving it in the toilet. I'm going to make a 100-player GOAT pyramid. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to double it. I've read all the criticism about the pyramid being too big. We're going to double it. We're going to make it even bigger.
Very good, very good. I had a load of like French names in my head. I had like Boy and I had Life is Cool, but I'd never got to the
We're gonna sneak some really not that great players in there. Actually, they're all gonna be great.
I did. I had all of them. I had
After Worlds. But if I do it now, then I could update it after Worlds, and there will be changes. You know, maybe I need to do it. I'm inspired by the Sunless Can Goat video, obviously, because it was a good video. It was good content. I don't agree with his assessment of the 7 greatest players of all time. I also don't think there's a conversation.
My dog ruining everyone's fun.
I don't think there are 7 players in the conversation for that title, but it's still good video, good content from Sunless.
Bip it crossbar. They were just waiting on the goal line.
Justin is an underrated defensive pick. I didn't finish off my defensive team. Oh! Restock's the kid up 2-1. I want Torment. I want Cuxer. I don't know who else, so I don't know who else to put in the team.
He sent it Oski on the back board, but then it was just like far too light. Yeah, it should have just been less cocky. Send it to the corner.
All-time defense. Who are we chucking in? Remco, maybe?
Live and let learn.
Monkey Moon? Nah.
It's like that song that we had the other day on the stream.
Monkey Moon's going in the all-time midfield team. All-time midfielder.
Like that. Yeah, that was not a good song.
I really like that song, but it's just one weird lyric. I can see why it's off-putting. Well, didn't that just get was that a wave?
The only like open era like true third man roles that we've seen. Vatira's doing it right now. Like, well, it's not even that's like not really like a traditional third, is it? There are no traditional thirds anymore. Maybe Khaled did it. Torment did it in the open era. Oh! Oski with a sidewell skim.
Oh, that's beautiful! The scum has been skimmed!
Skim, scummery, skim, scummery, skim, scum, scurry.
Yeah, Vati on Moist. Chronic does it sometimes. Archie. Daniel. But none of them are as true third man as the OGs. The OG third men were a different level of third man. The Cuxers, the Remcos, the OG Torments. That was some true third manage going on there.
Just score on me normally, not doing one that I can't save, obviously.
Obviously, what's the point? What's the fun in that?
So maybe that's the 3. We just all defense could just be legends. Gibbs, yeah. I mean, Gibbs was like he wasn't a third man. He was just literally a goalkeeper. He was sweeping. He was like third man. It indicates that they're going to join the attack at some point, just after everyone else. Gibbs didn't even do that.
They're currently playing JJ Rocks.
Yeah, losing to JJ Rocks. Oh, losing.
They played a different formation back then. They played a two-man offense. People like to talk a lot about, and it's been coming up a lot recently,
let's get some insane vibes
like the most influential players, like who's the most influential player and all that. You guys have to realize that way back in the ultra early days, having 3 players in attack wasn't even a given. That was kind of like a flip side tactics innovation.
Solo play. I'm locked in. I'm no longer a cheapskate. Apparently, I'm cheap. You guys think I'm cheap, okay?
And then, like, when they added Greasy to the roster, they were already, like, doing infield passes. People talk about infield passes starting in season, like, 5 or 6 or something with Dig, Cloud9. Infield passes were, like, already a popular thing in season 2. Season 1 was more about backboard play, which was mostly popularized by Medium Girls. Like the fast aerial, backboard, everything. So if you talk about most influential teams, I reckon Flipside Tactics have to be in the convo. I reckon Medium Girls have to be in the convo. They'd probably be I think the 2 most influential teams in Rocket League history, because early days Rocket League, everything was new. So these teams were like, they were setting the foundation that the entire scene is now playing on.
That man is, I think Jorby is either 24/7 caffeinated, or he's just mega ADHD and has the energy of a god.
Dignitas, what Gale Force Dignitas?
Yeah, scared of the Digi cult sacrifice. Over 1. Yoris is waiting. Trying to get off the backboard. He finds it.
Like, oh, yeah, you guys are saying BDS. Dig. Like, I don't know, I just think they were extensions of what came before them. Like, yes, they made some changes, but I don't think they were, like, completely revamping the way the game is played. Like, when Flipside started having 3-man offense, that was the only team, they were the only team doing that, and everybody copied. And it's still happening to this day. When Weed and Girls started going backward instead of just taking shots, every team copied, and it's still to this day a thing. Like, that's what I mean when I mean most influential. Like, did a team completely change the way something's done, and it's still done to this day. A lot of other teams like came along later and did like smaller things, but it wasn't like as big of a change in my opinion.
Knocked one player out.
You could see like drastic differences in playstyles way back in the day. 2015 Rocket League. Nice shot, Dignitas. 3-2. Good pass. Peeps for bumps. That's a bit of an overrated one. Peeps for like the bump meta, that's a bit of an overrated one. It wasn't really a meta shift because of Peeps. There was like a bit of a change in NA because a lot of players came up at the same time. Oh, hold on. Oh, Sick missed it. That would have been a great goal.
We literally went and had dinner at your step family's house.
There were a lot of teams, a lot of players in the come up through rival series in NA at the time who were playing more physically. But G2 did that as well, like at the time. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit. I think it's a little bit. A little bit overrated how much of a change there happened.
10 seconds. Hold it down.
Because of the Peeps. I don't think there was really any change because of their DreamHack win.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Nah, they're fine. Oh, that's good. That's actually up.
Right?
Oh my days! Wait, they're still up.
You're
surely.
Cool, but buddy, just I don't want to go to match point yet.
Oh!
There it is.
I thought Stizzy was gonna fake that, and Mark's just gonna shoot in the net. Holy, okay, 1-1. NIP against Dopamine. They're up 2. Game 3's tied 1-1.
For all the follows. Remember guys, we do stream as well, as I've been saying, midday BST every single day of the week.
BDS were the first to consistently cut rotations. Yeah, BDS were definitely they were definitely a change up, but I think it just came too late in Rocket League's history to be one of the most, like, you know, weird. I don't think they're as influential as teams like Flipside and Weed and Girls.
Oh, that's a good inception from BrizFox. Interesting. They've all been playing alright. They've all been doing their thing. Oh, wow, Nas. He's going to go low. Oh, I felt it. I felt it in my bones.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Yeah, KC, air double bump pass recently is kind of a new one.
Nice touch. Anybody?
Oh, what a pass.
It's been coming.
It's a great pass. Pioneering kickoffs to KC, yeah, that's a decent shout. I mean, don't get me wrong, like modern teams do innovate and they do make changes, but they're just so small compared to back in the day. Like the playstyles were far more noticeably different in the early days of Rocket League.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
Not really, but fair enough. Fair enough. Good follows, everybody. Thank you. 70 seconds. 70 seconds.
Queso aerial fake.
67, 66.
Oh.
Yeah, a few teams did this though.
The best number.
Queso, G2 were doing it at the time quite a lot, but I guess Queso did it the most.
Very good number. Oh, go on, that's just open.
Oh, hold on. He's got that.
Oh,
Good save by a big K-Dot. K-Dot getting top 12 in 2025 is pretty cool to see, but this is probably the end of the road for them, it looks like. Yeah, I also love, obviously, that we have more kickoffs these days. Something I'm quite a big fan of. Pizza off, thanks to the 8-month Prime. Regan Regain, thanks to the 13-month Tier 1. Netaro, thanks to the 15-month Prime. Snuggets, thanks for the 2-month Prime. Appreciate you guys.
Robert, no, I trusted you.
I need that $5 grand.
From the kitty. Alright, final.
They should bring back non-standard maps to spice things up. I totally disagree. I hope they don't do that.
Oh, it's exciting time.
I don't think non-standard maps are fun to play. You don't ever see people say that about like football. They're not like, you know what? Football being played on a rectangular pitch. I think we should change that. We should play on a triangular pitch, a circular pitch. Switch it up a little bit, you know? Nah, you don't just change football. GG. That was impressive vocal stamina there by the subpar boys.
Anyway, back to the game. Just had to get that out. There is a tech timeout as well.
Nah, nobody liked the non-center maps. Nobody liked them.
What else happened in my
They're just not, I don't know, they just don't create the beautiful game the way that that Rocket League regular pitch does.
Time of your entire life.
Have I talked to Smellsworth at all lately? Yeah, I talk to Smellsworth all the time.
Break down my fit for you guys.
Smellsworth's part of the Next Rank project, so he's behind the scenes on that.
Long white socks.
Early subscribers to the Next Rank email list will know that, but yeah, Smellsworth, myself, apparently Jack, we're the people behind the nextrank.com.
That was my fit. That was my fit, dude. I don't even know why.
Oh, they're not starting the next game yet.
And then I'd go home and I'd play my DS Lite.
Like, he just has that to hand, just ready to show.
Check this out.
The implementation of non-center maps could have been better. I just don't think they create good gameplay. Like a lot of the non-center maps, the ball just kind of rolls around and nothing happens. Like, it's just the ball just rolls around the pitch.
Nobody's allowed to break up
because the way that the maps are designed, the ball just ends up in the corner or next to a wall all the time or in a hole.
Otherwise, I will
but when you have a regular rectangular shaped pitch with some angled corners, the ball bounces into interesting positions more.
And hopefully we don't have 31 shots in this game.
I just want to really quickly refresh the bracket and see what's going on with the other groups. 1 second. Fast forward to 2-1 up on Smoky Bacon Association. Smoky Bacon Association attempting a reverse sweep. BSK 1-1 with Synergy.
Pokemon Platinum is the GOAT.
Are we going to get a Rust easy?
Pokemon Platinum is
top 8.
My favorite, man. Can't beat it. All right. We are 2 games away now from qualifying. 1-1. This is clearly a one-sided, offensive team against a very defensive squadron.
Marked by 8.
I feel like
Fake.
Marked by 8 is just
up against Dizzy.
Defensive teams, man. He's just like.
I'm surprised he didn't go for a big. Surprised he didn't go for a big flick there. So they've got any crossbar post it. It's going to be a scream now. I think it's a scream.
What is that?
Is it a scream?
You really have lotion and handkerchiefs in your background. I do. It's good luck. It's a good luck charm, man.
Why does he have lotion and handkerchiefs in the background?
All right, here we go. Something good has got to come our way. That's a shot on target. Abjact. Straight from the midfield.
Lego Star Wars Yoda death sign. How did you? How did you know that?
Oh, it was wide open. Bro, we need to get into some
I don't think he was open.
Or something.
They do need the shooting backs, though.
What are these shots?
True. It's looking like Jack and Jarius have Stizzy as well. If these guys learned anything from NA, it's how to miss an open net. How to crossbar challenge in RLCS. I also feel
like in middle school, you really care a lot about
being looking like the main takeaway they got from all their splits in NA.
I don't know what
it's
that
an iconic sign.
I was like in 7th grade, and I was like, dude, I need to be cool. Like, so bad.
I played Lego Star Wars. I don't remember the Yoda death sign.
More than any other time in my life. It was disgusting. What what? Okay, if we miss another shot, dude.
These guys are just playing crossbar challenge. Oh no. Must use it. Love his vids. Ah, I see. I'm not really like a Rocket League YouTube viewer, so I didn't know that.
Shots. I think we're gonna get something crazy. Something's gonna break through.
Glyphimer, thanks for the 18-month prime.
Silence, couple of shots off the post, couple of shots off the crossbar. We're stealing boost.
Remember, guys, check to see if your prime's available.
Just us setting up siege again.
Always a good idea to
in the opponent's half.
To double check.
We're winning all of the boost.
Don't want to leave it just sitting there unused.
Every midfield boost getting snabbed by us.
Also, after the matches today, this is the last round of matches. Man. This is it. After this.
Why are you guys trying to mute me? I'm literally casting the game.
Wait, are they trying to donate to mute him? They're just all they're getting is crossbars and posts. No way.
Bro. Please.
Of course, it's double post and in for JJ Rocks.
I'm so sick of this. They get one shot. They get
this plugin is amazing. Oh my days, this plugin is so good. I was gonna say, guys, after the RLCS matches are done today,
Dizzy on the ball.
if you missed it last night, you can go and watch the latest Chalkcast episode. We had Justin on the show yesterday.
Day for us.
Myself, CJ, Garrett G, and Justin. It was a really good episode. Justin had a lot of interesting insights on joining Gen G, being on Shopify before. And we talked a lot about NRG with Justin and Garrett on NRG. That was actually probably most of the conversation about Justin's past teams. Yeah, really funny episode. I'd recommend you guys check it out if you haven't already. Exclamation mark Chalked.
Momentum has started from Abjack, and here he is. Oh my dude, there's no way.
What is going on? Dignitas can't score. The defense is impressive out of JJ Rocks, but this is getting ridiculous.
How we are so tilted. There's no way. And if they score,
nah, this is just not their day. What is this?
Wow, this is, I can't even make this up. I can't wait. Can production hit the tab
No
button?
way are they losing to JJ Rocks. It's not match point yet, but this is insane. They are
see.
struggling. Dignitas are in the mud.
9 shots compared
Digger
to
in
7.
the mud.
Actually, not as one-sided as I thought.
Yeah, exclamation mark Chalked if you want to find the Chalkcast
Not
links.
as bad as I had previously anticipated.
Also, we're doing weekly videos on the Patreon with Garrett G as well now, so check that out on the Patreon if you're interested. We just recorded our 90-second episode last night for the Patreon. You get access to all of them if you sub once.
That is just saving every single shot.
It's actually true. They are saving everything. Turning the volume down. Start plays music sometimes between games. Biscuits, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Baron Balty, thanks for the brand new Prime as well. Appreciate you.
Playing that bad. It's really, I think we're
90 seconds too long. You guys are hilarious.
I mean, guys, come on.
Yeah, really long episodes on the Patreon.
Shots. I keep saying this, but that is a crazy.
Yeah, we have 92 episodes on there. So
Jack alone missed 2 opens. Can you consider them opens though? I thought there was like a goalkeeper. I definitely think it's the accuracy. Like even if
they are hitting the bar a lot. They are hitting the bar. They're hitting keepers a lot. JJ Rocks are making them work for this, but Dignitas should be winning these games. Game 1, it's insane that they lost it. They had 31 shots and they lost, which is crazy. That last game as well, they had tons of chances. And the goals JJ Rocks are scoring are like really close to also being out. So the fact that they're barely conceding and they can't score is going to be majorly tilting for Dignitas. So this is actually a really big test. BSK are up against Synergy. No way. Guys, I don't want to spoil the Chalkcast predictions, but hey, I'll tell you one thing. We had a BSK run to top 8. Chalkcast predictions, Garrett, CJ, and myself, we did predict BSK to go through the lower bracket and make top 8. That was our bold prediction in the group stage.
The quadratic formula. All we need is an accurate
best
shot.
map in Rocket League. It's Manfield Night.
Double tap.
Are Dignitas the most easily tilted team?
Wide.
Most easily tilted team. Who do we think is the most easily tilted?
Every time we get a shot on target, I guess I'm just happy. I guess I'd rather have 31
BSK is Mozzarella Pisky, formerly known as Whiskey Drink.
All right, I apologize.
Rust
I've probably
Easy
been sounding
95.
like I'm just complaining this whole time. It's just
Monkey
because
Moon.
I know Dignitas could play a lot better.
Just Monkey Moon.
And I know
Any
that
team with Astral.
they have been playing good. Like, you know, I guess.
Yeah, this season the biggest fall off from like their best Rocket League they show to the worst seems to be Complexity.
And we're already starting out. A lot of pressure.
The Ultimates got pretty Omega tilted by Gen G in the Regional 3 final.
Besides Stizzy.
They were visibly tilted, and on the pitch it looked like they were tilted as well.
Through the midfield, here comes the pressure. The onslaught from Dignitas should start right now. Early jump and now.
Yeah, I think Complexity do have a bit of a mental block.
Nice connection between Abjack and Yoris. We did see
what
that
pass.
earlier. I think the Abjack Yoris connection was strong.
Oh!
First series.
Oh, it's
I love the sound effect.
Every game it's a new sound effect for the crossbar.
Species for working hard. Abjack, there it is. There it is. Oh, the curse has been lifted.
I need to get this
Okay.
plug in. This is so funny.
And I'm praying that this is a situation where, you know, once you start getting the
Did
ball
Falcons
rolling,
kind of
momentum
fall
has
off, or
started,
did everyone else
then it
improve?
just starts
Well,
piling
fall
on.
off is a bit
We see
bit
that
too much
so
probably,
often
but
in
a
RLCS
bit of
where
both.
team can't
Falcons
get
have
a
been
goal, they can't score,
underperforming, and
then once
KC have raised the
the
bar.
dam
KC have
cracks
taken it to
and
the next
the water
level.
starts leaking and it breaks, then everything starts flooding. And I think we're probably going to see a situation like that. Stizzy looking for a bump,
no,
and I think
Stizzy!
he saved the ball. It's okay though. Let's just assume Mark Vite
No,
would have had the goal,
not like this.
saved himself.
Oh no! I mean, they might
We
have.
don't need to talk about
There
it.
might have been a
Surely that
save,
was
but
gonna be
like
saved. Surely that was
he
gonna be saved.
confidently saved that. He just like said, "Nah, not today, buddy. Not from that angle."
I'd be more upset if it was still 0-0.
All right, he's
There
not
it
tilted.
is,
He's
and
not
he's redeemed
tilted. He's
himself.
fine.
And this is what I was saying. I think once it breaks
Oh
down,
my
everything
days.
starts crumbling. They even had like 3 players.
Kalaser
bro.
777. Thanks to his 2-month
3
prime.
players in the backfield, and they can't get the goal line save, which is the opposite of what's normally happening here. 2-0. This is what we needed. We are so back. Relationship has been saved. I've got full confidence. Fake there from Yoris.
Oh.
And a bump. Yeah, unfortunately off the post.
That was kind of a guaranteed post there. Not
If
much
this
they
was a
could do about
drinking
that
game
one.
and we were taking a shot every time we hit the post on this.
So what we are today, they've got Falling Pipe, Lego Star Wars Yoda Death, Windows Error,
Not yet. We're still
and then what was the
arguing.
other one that we
Arguing
had
about
earlier?
after
There
I
was
got a
another one
demo.
I've forgotten for another post sound. Oh yeah, the fart noise. What one has been your
I'm not upset.
favorite?
I feel like
They've had Glass Shatter as well. I think
I
the
have
funniest
full
one has
faith
to
in
be
Dignitas taking this win.
the
I'll jinx it
the
right now, I
Yoda
don't
Death.
care.
That was hilarious. The pipe
don't
was
care.
pretty good as well. I thought when I heard the pipe that something
The
fell
issue
in
is just
Turtle's
so
background.
simple that once you get it
I mean,
cleaned
they're
up,
all brilliant.
I'm sure the confidence is back.
I want the post now every time. That's all I want. I wonder what other signs there are. I need to get this though. I need to get
Final
this.
120. All we've got to do is run this
plug-in.
clock out.
What's it
Play
called?
it
Do you
smart,
guys
play it
know?
safe. Keep the aggression though. And JJ Rocks will be tied up with their series score. and we'll go into
BSK's
game number 5.
upcoming French team. They've gone game
Don't
5 with
mute
AJG,
I don't
Dorito, and
deserve a
Rizix.
mute. I've been nothing.
Use the plugin on a 1v1. Yeah, I want to cast a 1v1 with that plugin now. It's called Alternative Crossbar Sign. Oh wait, have they muted Turtle? They've muted him. How have they done that? How did they mute him? Did somebody redeem a mute? This is such a troll stream. Who muted him? Is it just the producer? Oh. Producer's streaming a little bit of behind the scenes there. Hopefully they don't leak anything. You have the plugin with KDOP sounds? What do you mean with KDOP sounds? Is it just
I don't have
KDOP?
any worries anymore. We
Freaking
actually
out.
showed up. I think the physical game was also pretty helpful. Obviously, if you can't beat them.
Jesse slamming his desk,
Troy would
crossbar
say.
sign. Yeah, there has to be
Crossbar
like
now.
a come on from Jesse.
And I'm just happy. I'm happy that.
Right,
we
I'm installing it
actually
with
knew
back
how
his
to
mod.
accurately shoot the ball. And at one point,
I hope this
at one
doesn't like
point,
crash my stream or something.
you just realize that Dignitas are going to win this entire series.
Plugin will be installed next
Chat,
time I launch the game.
One in
Excellent.
chat if you have doubts. 2 in chat if you know that Dignitas are going to win the series. Let's actually see. Are
1.
Are any of you still convinced?
1.
Have been convinced?
It's a 1.
Or
it's,
are we all
it's
still
doubt.
kind of worried about the Golden
It's
Series situation?
it's doubt for sure.
I
Doubt.
I am curious. Have we been convinced
1.
yet?
I'm
even
not
with the
convinced by
earlier
this
games? Like,
performance.
Does this really solidify it, or would you have wanted to see even more?
Oh yeah, we need
Is it
Jack's
8
absolute
shots?
melons in the
2 goals on
crossbar.
8
That would be
shots,
so
much better.
good. The crossbar side,
I'm seeing a
absolute
lot of
melons.
twos. I'm seeing a lot of twos. Okay, a lot of confidence.
All right, I'm in the game. Do I have it?
Dig should win, but it's losable. I'm in the same boat.
Plugins,
Kind of one of those situations where where we're really just playing against ourselves.
ACS,
I don't feel like
alternative
JJ Rocks
crossbar
has,
signs.
You
Okay,
know, obviously, if they're gonna get the
I think
opportunity,
I've got it.
they will score, and they have punished before in games 1 and 2. But for the most part,
Can you guys hear my game in the
feels
background?
Like we're playing against ourselves. And that's good. That's
you
where
guys hear
wanna
that?
be. You want to have the possession. You want to have the
Let's
power
see if I can
and the control
test it
of your
right
own
now.
destiny.
If I just hit the
And
post.
Reminder: this is the lower bracket.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Final.
I don't know what sound that was.
We are
Is
now
it a bell?
Game away. In a game
Can I choose
5
which sounds I get?
to qualify and make it to the playoff bracket.
Taco Bell.
I believe.
All right, that one's like not
Even
not
if we
that
have
impressive.
31 shots, I
Right,
don't
is it still
care.
Taco Bell every time? Yeah, okay, so I've just got a Taco Bell. I don't like that one.
Should we sacrifice somebody else? Do we even have time?
What else can I get?
I don't think we have time. Okay, if we start
Taco
losing
Bell
this
dong.
game, we do a quick
I
sacrifice.
didn't recognize that. Not gonna lie.
And we just play it.
What is? I don't even know what Taco Bell dong is. Is it like an
We've
ad?
done it right whenever the game ended, honestly.
I can upload custom ones. No, I'm just stuck with the Taco Bell. All right, whatever.
Final
Well, I've got
game
it.
of the
I'll look at that
series.
later. Let's look at the game right now.
JJ Rocks has been a worthy opponent. The defense, I mean, you can't say anything negative about the defense.
Oh,
of
you
JJ
open up
Rocks.
it. Okay, right. I'll look
They
into that
have
later.
absolutely
We have
shown
to
up.
like.
And those goal line saves.
We have to figure out like
100%
what
tilted.
sounds to use.
But if you're just stuck playing defense,
For a show
something's
match.
gonna break eventually.
Let's see what they've got here. They've got random sounds
Yeah, if
here,
we
so we're
lose,
gonna
I'll
get a new
sacrifice
sound for
myself,
Game
I'm down.
5. Dignitas on the ropes.
Well,
Thought that might be a post straight away.
Got a lot of pressure. Game 5.
Sound options and win it. All right,
Holding
thank
things
you.
down. Stizzy. Searching for some type of flip reset. Unable to get one.
Come on, give us a crossbar.
You just want to hold on to the pressure. It's kind of refreshing. Against GK, we barely had any pressure. Back-to-back fart noises. There it is, though. And you can just see the defensive rotations folding a little bit. You can only hold up that real defensive style for so long.
It's a different fart, I'm pretty sure.
The final third.
I'm pretty sure it's a different fart from earlier.
Even easier follow.
We're so mature here.
That,
the RLCS view
this is
parties.
the game that we expected, Dignitas to play. Just holding pressure, waiting for the, the mistake, and then punishing.
It's a massive mistake.
And I'm happy. This is why
No,
there were
we
so
can't.
many
We
twos
can't
in
put
chat.
Atomic's
This is why
worst
everybody
moment.
was confident that we would take the win.
Can't put Atomic's.
And okay, okay.
Atomic's worst moment in the pack. Somehow
Maybe
we've got
I'll shut
another fart goal here.
Maybe I'll shut up for a minute. Okay, that's just an unlucky 50. That's not even. We don't even. That's not our fault. Unlucky 50 in the right side.
Shogun, this is Rocket League, obviously.
We actually earned
If
our
it did a
goal
different
previously,
noise
all right? That was
every
just
time,
unfortunate.
that would be hilarious. Because right now it's doing a different
We still
noise
have the
every
Violent
game.
Panda marriage
If
buff.
it just did a different noise every time, I'm
Production, do we
pretty
at least
sure
have the Violent Panda
game would be
marriage photo
impossible
that we
to
could show on screen if we need it.
Because you're just never ready for what it is. When you know what the sound is going to be, you can
Okay,
kind of
we might
prepare
need to
yourself
just
mentally
flash
for it.
The Violent
But I'm
Panda
pretty
marriage
sure if it was just a different
if we go
sound
down
every
another
time,
goal.
I don't
Not
know if
looking
I
like
could
we
cast a
will.
match. I'd be in tears laughing.
Abjack
I need to do that to somebody.
Alright,
Make them
trade
cast a match
places.
with like 20
Make look for something off
different
the
post
backboard.
sounds. Just ready to happen. Oh, wait a minute.
Flash it. Show the marriage. We need positive
It
vibes.
can do it every time.
Show the marriage.
Wait,
There
what
it
is
is.
this?
Take it in.
Oh, it's Violent Panda's marriage.
Take in the
When
beautiful
did that
marriage, the
happen?
wedding. Soak it in. Soak it in. All
Where
right,
is this?
we're back.
Is that
Good
in
vibes.
the Netherlands?
Positivity. Shout out to Violent Panda. Congrats to the wedding.
Yeah, we
The
need the
newlyweds,
T-Bates
rather.
oh no sound. That's going in there.
Now, now we can start
What else do
ascending.
we need to put in there?
Game 5 for Dignitas.
There's a really good Stumpy voice crack
Look at what happened.
moment
Look at the power of
from
marriage.
way back. I don't know if I could find
I
it,
told
but
you.
someone will be able to get it, I'm
We
sure.
needed the vibes. Violent Panda wedding buff.
Yeah, the wedding
Pass
buff is
down
pretty
the
real
mid.
there, I'm not gonna lie.
Woo! We're back.
Yeah, Jesse slamming, obviously.
Marriage buff has never worked so well.
I'm pretty sure Monkey Moon's
Quickly
got
off the
some funny
kickoff.
rage clips on stream. Monkey Moon rages when he's
Hunted
streaming,
for that third goal.
which is really good content.
Took the lead
Who
early
else
on
has
in
got
this
rage
game, but
clips?
then things
K-Dot.
kind of got shaky. Now we're trying to find our footing once again. It's just been an uphill battle since that first goal for us, but we can do it. We can find ourselves
Justin,
back in the lead.
Scrub Killer, what
gonna
moment
require
for
some
them though?
patience and some
Synergy
better
1? Oh
defensive
man,
rotations.
Chalkcast
Don't
predictions
get
are in
caught
shambles.
out.
Exclamation mark chalk
Too
from the
far
chat,
forward.
YouTube description.
Fizzy.
If you want to
Transition
see
behind
how
the
bad our
ball.
predictions are,
Almost
head
gets
to the
past two
Patreon.
players. Awkward bounce, but Abjack has boost to handle. Doesn't do much
Also,
with
since
it.
we are in the last match of the day,
Immediately
remember
gives
use
away
exclamation mark
possession.
TNR in Twitch
Forces
chat
Stacey
or
to make
again
that goal
YouTube
line
description.
Of the transition out. On the ball.
I told you earlier that after
Abjack
this
hunting for the
match
demo.
is done, I'd encourage you
Nothing
guys to
yet.
check out our latest Shotcast live
Slower
episode. What
game
happened last night?
until
Justin
either
was a
team
guest.
does
It
not
was
wanna make a
amazing.
mistake, doesn't wanna
Another
push
thing you
too
guys
far
absolutely
forward.
have to check out if you haven't
Scary
already
situation.
is the latest
This is
video
your
on the Next
tournament
Rank
life
YouTube
on the
channel.
line.
We reviewed
And
apparently
especially when
Jack's
it comes to making
oldest
the major, it's so important
replays,
that
the
you at
oldest
least
replays
make
we
it
could
to the
find for apparently
playoffs.
Jack. Absolutely
I mean, you gotta
hilarious
make a deep run
scripted
every
content.
single open event,
Must
guys.
watch. You have to watch that if you haven't already.
And especially for Dignitas.
That's on the
after
Next Rank
coming
YouTube
off
channel. And then, yeah,
crazy
Chalkcast YouTube channel
performance in the
for
last split.
Chalked, obviously.
To make it to the major, here we are again.
Ostrenti, thanks for
clutching
the
up.
4-month tier 1. Are we watching Sam
Mark by
later?
bangs
I'm
it
not
right
going to be
to
watching Sam
Stizzy's
today because
car.
I have to go.
That's
I've
just
got
the
some
right place at the
chores
right
I got to do.
time.
Got to
Stizzy,
like clean
I don't even
the
know if he
flat a little bit.
anticipated to win that
The
shot.
missus is getting
for Stizzy
back
to
later
block
tonight
that
on a
clear.
flight, so I've got to do the dishes.
I don't
do the
even know
washing.
how he was in that spot.
You know,
We
other
will
really fun
absolutely
things like
take
that.
it. Why does the chat want
Gotta
more
put the
marriage?
bins in.
Why? We already have the marriage buff. We don't need it again.
Oh, hold on, that could be a miss.
Oh my god.
They're flashing it now.
There
I
it is.
can't.
Marriage buff. Look at what you did. I told you. I literally said, why do we need a marriage buff?
Yeah, they
Oh
undid it
my
there. They
God.
undid
I
it with the
told
flash.
you, dude.
The marriage debuff with the
It's
flash.
not- it's a delicate
Exotom43, thanks to the
situation. You
19-month
can't
prime.
just flash the
We're getting a
marriage
second shotcast
whenever
this
you
week
want.
after the regional.
Very specific. It's
I
minute
think so, but I'm not
detail.
sure. The reason I say I think
And
so
you
is
just
because
ruined the marriage buff.
CJ is working RLCS
Literally-
this
okay.
weekend.
It's fine.
Now, RLCS on Sunday starts at 4 p.m.
You guys
UK
are
time.
rookies. You guys are
Finishes
rookies.
around about
Clearly
9
none of
p.m.
you are
UK time.
married in chat. It's-
9 p.m.
it's
UK
so
time is
obvious.
6 in the morning CJ time. And he will just be
All good.
fresh off of working for 8 hours.
2v1 Steak gets the demo.
So I think he might be off to
Lot of
bed.
pressure we're gonna have
I
to
think he
handle.
might just be off to bed.
One
Doesn't
more player
CJ
has
have
been
like
taken out.
Shopify Rebellion view
Still
party
managed, though, and Joris will manage
after
himself.
like
Pinch off the left side wall.
another 2 hours after that? He might need a nap.
Moving
I don't
down
know.
the field is Dignitas.
I don't know how CJ's
We
going to do
are
it, to be honest. He's
trailing.
got like 8 hours of
As much as I
RLCS
wanna
casting
complain
starting
about
at midnight his
that
time.
Premature marriage flash.
Or like 10 p.m. his time or
I'm not too
something.
upset about it because we still are tied up 30
And
seconds.
then later on that
It's like overtime
morning
is
for him,
lurking, looming in
he
the
has to
distance.
do the Shopify Rebellion view party.
Sure we're gonna find
So
ourselves
maybe
in
we'll
that
do a shotcast
situation
in between, then he's
unless
just going to
Abjack
power
has
through
something
and
else
be
to
a
say about it.
zombie.
Off the
Maybe
back,
not.
which
I don't
Stizzy
know. I'll have
received
to
it
ask
well,
him.
but no shot
But
on
for
target
me,
to try to
yes,
get in front
I'm
of that
available
challenge.
on Sunday after
And I
EU
think
to do
we're
chalk.
looking to
I
hold
think
things
Garrett will
down.
probably be
Maybe force
available
out
as
a
well,
mistake
but
in the final
CJ
5
is the question
seconds.
mark because his
JJ
sleep
rocks.
schedule's
They might
actually
panic.
just
Ball's gonna get
messed
kept
up.
up. Pinch all the way down.
All right, we're going to overtime
It's gonna hit
game
the
5
ground.
here.
And
Goal,
back into
and you're
overtime
through
we
to
go.
playoffs.
Show the marriage.
Concede, and you're
Show the
eliminated.
marriage. Now is the time when we show it. There it is.
Okay, now show the
Harvey
gameplay.
Pena on the screen.
Good.
Marriage on the screen. And the vibes are immaculate.
Definitely congrats
we
to
have to use it
Panda
wisely.
and
And
Mel.
heading into the OT, we
But we
want
do want to see the game
to
5
have
OT.
good vibes.
Yeah, sleep schedule's literally
been
chopped.
buffed.
I don't know how he's going
Midfield,
to do
2
this.
players for
I
Dignitas
think he's
kinda
also
bunched
trying
up.
to keep a kind of regular sleep schedule.
Not looking ideal.
He's not flipping it or anything.
For
Oh,
JJ Rocks.
oh.
And that's going to be
Apparently
a huge
Jack,
opportunity.
tight angle
One player
shot.
net. Scrambling to get there. He
Maybe had a
finds
mid pass
touch
open
on
there
it.
as well. He went
How
for the
much
shot.
pressure can they sustain? This defense has shown up so much, but
Oh!
Dignitas managed to find those shots.
Good
in the last
defense again.
game.
JJ Rocks have defended pretty
as
well
well in
this
this
series,
one.
you'd think.
No more 31. Oh, no.
Oh my goodness, they're so lucky. You'd think Dig would be able to win this. They've had so many chances, but they are lucky to be alive in the tournament. That was super lucky. Huge fart by the post coming to the rescue.
Dude, that should have been it, man. That should have been it.
Oh, and Jack didn't read the miss.
Okay.
He went for a block and Mark
Mark
missed.
by 8 is sitting on the boost.
They probably both played for the block there.
Surely they're panicking, right? Surely they're panicking.
I think Dignitas are panicking. This is like way more pressure on Dig. Their whole
I don't even know what to
split,
say.
potentially season on the line.
That's it.
Oh!
my God, Abjack.
That nearly stayed out, but Jack does
I
it.
didn't think it was going to go in, dude. I thought it was going to bounce in and out. Look at this post bounce. Look at this. It looks so unconvincing.
No way. If that stayed on the
Dignitas.
line, I don't think anybody was getting there.
Oh, my God. dude.
Holy
Final
cow.
moments.
What a match!
I still can't believe that other shot.
What a match! Dignitas are through.
Why is it frozen?
Turtle's camera's frozen. A really
Holy
good freeze there.
crap, dude.
GG's. Thank you, Turtle, for the cast, for the broadcast. Let's take a look at the bracket. Fast forward to advance. After a disappointing first split, they are back with a vengeance. Okay. KC, are they the higher seed here, or is it Vitality? I think it might be Vitality, right? Because they went 3-0 in Swiss and KC didn't. So it's Vitality or the higher seed. They're here. KC are down here. Higher seed in this one is Sinner. No. Dignitas? Dignitas have a book cult score of 0. Synergy's -1. Okay, it's Dig. Oh no, they lost. Oh, so does Synergy. I'm just an idiot. It's Gentlemates. And GK. Okay, GK are the higher seed. So we're going to get GK versus Carmine Corp. Gentlemates against Vitality. Not bad. KC higher seed. It goes off original seeding. But KC were not the higher seed. They were like the 8th seed here. Vitality were the higher seed, I think. Gentlemates Vitality is a great match. KC GK. Rematch of the Regional 3 Grand Final. See if GK can give KC another L. I don't think so, but we'll see. And then we have Group A higher seed. That's NIP. Against Group B lower seed. That is Synergy. Yep, Synergy. So NIP against Synergy going to be here. Winner of that will play the loser of Gentlemates Vitality. So NIP should beat Synergy. Then they play the loser of NIP with Gentlemates Vitality. So one of NIP, Gentlemates Vitality, does not make top 4. That's actually crazy. And then GK most likely lose this. They go here. They play against either Dignitas or fast forwards. Probably Dignitas. Dig GK again. Dig GK projected again. And then the winner of that will be against, most likely, well, Vitality or Gentlemates. So this lower side of the bracket is kind of a good side to be on, I think. Especially if Gentlemates upset Vitality and they end up here. And then GK are here. This is like Dig, GK, Gentlemates all on one side of the bracket, whereas it would be KC, let's say Vitality, NIP all on this side. Stacked. Friday's done so quickly without the seeding matches. Yeah, I kind of like it. The seeding matches, we don't need them. They were not necessary. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's done. The bracket will probably be updated in a bit. Jadox, thanks for the 9-month Prime. Oshenti, thanks for the 4-month tier 1. I think I said thanks to everybody if I missed you. Wasn't personal. Thank you to all of you watching YouTube. I'm not going to be view partying tomorrow because I am casting on the main channel. So you'll see me tomorrow on the main channel at 3:30 British summertime. That's when the pre-show starts. And yeah, we're going to cast some EU Rocket League. Looking forward to it. Thanks again to everybody who subbed. I'll be streaming again next week and then maybe doing Shocked on Sunday. We'll see. We're definitely doing Shocked next week, of course. More weekly content coming out on the Next Rank YouTube channel and my channel. And then I'll be view partying NA next week as well. So that's going to be good. Marnik88, thanks for the 23-month tier 1. Appreciate that. Again, final reminder. Check out Shotcast after this. Well, the stream is done. Check out Shotcast live episode with Justin. I think it's available on the YouTube channel. I'm just going to check. If not, it'll be on the Twitch VOD. Yep, it's up. Okay. Shotcast featuring Justin. We just dropped it on the YouTube channel 45 minutes ago. I'll put the link in chat specifically for that. Here it is, if you want to go watch. Also, Next Rank YouTube channel. We dropped a really funny video looking at Jack Soldis replays. I think you guys are going to really like it. Let me just send you guys that link as well. Yeah, what a day. It's a good... It was a fun day of Rocket League. Hope you guys enjoyed. There's the latest drop in the Next Rank YouTube. If you guys want to see Chopped with Justin or myself and Jack looking at Jack Soldis replays, those are the links. !TNR, !Chalked. I'm going to raid somebody in a bit. First, going to just really quickly run some ads, of course. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow for the RLCS Top 8. Good luck to all the teams. And see you guys very soon.